Brooklyn strong, can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
That hit. Cam Thomas.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting to score next. My J is all net, me and Jada just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make you watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The stir that or Millie rock like a fan do. That's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Net Vlog. Nets fans is the best fans. Y'all see the title. Before we get to that, I want to say shout out to John for pulling up. Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the comment. And yeah, man, y'all see the title, man. We definitely got to beat the Knicks 4 times in a row, man. If we only going to get 22 wins, we got to beat the Knicks. At least 1 out of 4 of those times. It's ridiculous. To get swept by the Knicks and have a record like that, that's crazy work, bro. Like, nah, hell no. Y'all can't do us bad. Y'all cannot do us like that. There's no way that shit is fitting to happen. No. Now, I can't really debate that the record is going to be 22-60. We all know why. But this whole rhetoric about us getting our ass whooped by the Knicks, I'm not having it. I see King Ribby in the chat. He said that title is brazy, knowing us Knicks gonna sweep y'all. Hell no. Hell no. Y'all not sweeping us, man. And I see that's the tone y'all taking. That's why I made the title what I did. Like, that's not happening. We sweep y'all. And the only reason why we lost to y'all is because of Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges helped y'all. If it wasn't because of Mikal Bridges, y'all would not have fucking beat us. Mikal Bridges had it a 6-on-4. He was helping the Knicks the entire time he was on the floor. When Cam Thomas was in that situation with Jalen Brunson, his ass flopped off of that soft foul that Cam Thomas gave him, and he fell down and erupted the garden with a bunch of fake ass bullshit, because basically you were selling a lie. You should have been charged with a flopping foul right in the garden. We've seen the refs do opposing teams bad. Seen it with Detroit. We've seen it with the Brooklyn Nets. We've seen it happen more than one time with 2 different teams. The refs are on your side, and Mikal Bridges was on your side. That's the only reason why that y'all beat the Brooklyn Nets. So I don't want to hear none of that rhetoric. Y'all coming up here talking none of that bullshit that go for T-Time, King Ribby, and any other Nets fan, Knick fan, Harlem. Huh? Because Harlem want to be a Knick fan when he want to be a Knick fan, and he want to be a Net fan when he want to be a Net fan. Shout out to Harlem. But I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to get swept. Mikal Bridges ain't on the team no more. It ain't going to be a 6-on-4. And like I said, Mikal Bridges did not defend Cam Thomas and pop out and defend Cam Thomas when OG tried to come to Cam Thomas' face and say this and that about the foul he fouled when he fouled Brunson, which wasn't a hard foul. He just fouled him so he could stop it to see whether or not we could win the game, because he just made a layup. We were coming back in the game when Mikal Bridges wasn't in the game. Don't come on my page talking that we miss Mikal Bridges. We don't miss nothing. Let me get this clear. Shout to Jay from BK. The only reason why I didn't put the title that what Jay from BK did to Mikal Bridges is because Jay from BK, I couldn't get him. I sent him the link. I'm trying to get him on the show. Jay from BK is a busy guy, great Nets content creator. Seen Mikal Bridges in person, told Mikal Bridges, Cam is going to cook you. Mikal Bridges laughed it off because he know Cam Thomas cooked them many times in practice. Many times. You can't tell me there wasn't one-on-ones between Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges, and he ain't get that work. So again, man, I don't want to be long-winded because my guy John is on the panel with us. 34% that's watching is not subscribed. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. I don't understand how y'all watch and not subscribe. At least tell me, like, yo, Breezy, you could do X, Y, and Z to make your page better. That's why I didn't subscribe. And if you can't subscribe, at least hit the like button. You feel what I'm saying? But again, man, I digress. Shout to everybody who is subscribed and helping me grow the page. Shout to Scott Lewis, and again, shout to all the Nets fans. We about to go. We the best fans. We about to go to John, and I wanna hear how John before Jay from BK actually get up here, I want to know how you feel about that clip, because I know you seen the clip. You sent me the clip. Almost made my day, man. It's best thing, almost one of the best things I've seen today.
Hey, Breezy, shout out to you, man. That was amazing soliloquy, man. You spoke from the heart like you always do. But seriously, man, shout out to Jay from BK, man, because the Nets fans have been looking for some inside scoops, and the fans have made a scoop today. Jay from BK last night called out Mikal, saying Cam is going to cook you, and Mikal had nothing to do but give that goofy-ass smile that he always gives, because you know what? He knows it's true. He don't want to admit it. You know why he don't want to admit it? Because Mikal Bridges is not the Mikal Bridges he said he was when he came to Brooklyn. Cody Merrill literally had a clip a few months ago of Mikal having an interview where he said in front of the media, I want to be here. I want to help this team win. I want to do what's best for Brooklyn. My family told me never to run away from adversity. And the first season that Mikal Bridges does not win a season, he says, I want to go play with my buddies. I'm out. That is who Mikal Bridges has shown he is, man. And it's not a hard-working player. It's a guy that wants to ride coattails, win championships, and do what he thinks he needs to do, not what he knows he can do. And that, to me, man, is not Brooklyn culture. So, honestly, I'm glad he decided he didn't want to be here, because you know what? We don't need that. The Brooklyn fan base, who has been with the Nets through this crazy journey for the last decade, are still here supporting the Nets. And if you don't want to be a Brooklyn Net, don't be a Brooklyn Net, because we're going to keep building the culture, keep building the foundation, and that's what Brooklyn basketball is all about, man. And I'm excited, and I'm happy that Jay from BK said that, man, because you know what? The Brooklyn fans, we are going to be here for this season. We're going to watch you through the highs, not many highs, but through a lot of lows, and we're going to get looking forward to next season at the draft where we make an impact. So I'm excited, Breezy. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too. And again, like I said, I've been here before KD and Kyrie got here. I started being a content creator. First off, I was a fan before a content creator. I became a content creator because I love the Nets, and I always talk about the Nets. And my girl was like, yo, like, damn. You know what I mean? She don't want to hear about the Nets all the time. You know what I mean? And I was telling her, like, yo, I was thinking about doing a vlog. And then my guys were saying it, and then I just started it because I love the Nets. Again, that being said, I'm from this hometown. This is my hometown, and this is a part of the reason why this will be my team forever, regardless of the record, regardless of the success. That being said, we here. You feel what I mean? We know we going into a rebuild season. We cool with it. You feel what I'm saying? I became a content creator when Kenny Atkinson and coach. We was watching the player development from then, and that's when I first was really excited about who we play, how many minutes they get, the rotations and stuff like that, who should be on the floor together, who has the best chemistry, all of those things like that, because I felt like I'm actually watching the team grow. When you start watching a team and you don't expect them to win in that season, like it's not a championship contending thing, it's not a championship or bust mentality for me, because I'm watching every game and I'm watching progression for different players. I'm watching progressions between chemistry between certain players. I'm watching for a lot in basketball. So that being said, I love basketball. You know what I'm saying? I love basketball. I love the Brooklyn Nets, and that's going to be what it is. That's regardless of the success. Now, I'll say this: 22-60 is tough. Last season was tough. 32-50, bro. I was hurt. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. That was a tough season to go through. I was not ready for that. And again, I want to let you know where this pain coming from, Mikal Bridges. It came from I had confidence in you because of that game. And again, one of the first games that you lost was to the Knicks when you got here. I think it was the second game you played. And when you lost that game, I thought you threw that game. I was like, yo, you went up soft. Why you even go up like that? You don't got no competitive spirit. You got more of a I want to be friends spirit, but they wasn't on your fucking team at the time. So I didn't like that. And that showed me that I shouldn't have forgave you. Now, at the time when it happened, I didn't forgive you. But Net fans were mad at me, like, yo, why you feel that way? He just lost one game to the Knicks. You bugging this and that. Now they call John. They call you crazy until they find out you a genius. They call you crazy until they find out you a genius. I just didn't have a lot of press. I just didn't have a lot of fans backing me. They kept telling me to defend and nah, it ain't like that with him. Like I said, he was good in those games, but quote unquote, he could never beat the Knicks. He could never beat the fucking Knicks, and that shit annoyed me because I go against my friends and I brag when I beat my friends, whether it's in Madden, whether it's in 2K, whether it's in fucking real life, in basketball, in football. I compete with my friends, my real friends that you don't feel comfortable calling each other friends. Y'all just call each other family because they get awkward by calling each other friends, even though y'all not really blood related. But you feel what I mean? Those guys, I'm going at them. I'm crossing them over, going up in the paint, taking up their chest, talking shit. Fuck out of here. You can't guard me. Fuck is you talking about? I'm talking to my friends like that. Never Mikal Bridges. I won't foul you, Jalen Brunson. You said you're the coolest one out the crew. I would never foul you. I don't even want to play defense on you. I love your crossovers. It was so nice the way you did it. Can you teach me? I want to hear that shit, Mikal Bridges. You play soft every time we played the Knicks, and I don't forgive you for that. It's forever a rivalry. Fuck that.
Yeah. Nah, listen, you know what it is, man? It's the fact that Mikal Bridges, he lied to the fans, man, of Brooklyn. Like, he said he was going to take the good with the bad, be representative. You have to be the number one guy. We never saw this guy as number one guy. We saw him as a potential third piece if the Nets were still committed to go on that route. And a lot of fans still support him through the ups and the downs, even when he was playing like crap for the second half of the season, when he looked gassed, that like he wasn't playing with heart or spirit that he was playing when he was with the Suns. It was just like, even last year when he had that great little run, the fans were behind him. They didn't know too much about what he was going to do on this team, but they supported him from the jump. And to be put in that position as a third option, not even a main guy, to be given that spotlight, which is rare for role players in this league right now, because you already know who the stars are, who the legends are, who the best of the best is. Mikal Bridges got that spotlight, and what did he do with it? He didn't do nothing with it. And that's what he should look back on when his career is over. Because now you jump to another team where you're not going to be the number one option, second, third, or fourth. You're going to be fifth to sixth. Do your defense, get your buckets. But if you don't even do that right, the New York Knicks fans are going to let him know. The Garden Man, that is the ultimate center of if you can handle pressure or not. And you're going to find out very quickly if he can handle it or not. And that's on him. As far as our future goes, I'm excited for the capital we got in the future. I'm excited for the draft picks we're going to have. I'm excited for the fact that we get to resurge this franchise, rebuild it the right way. This is still a popular market, but it needs a structure. That's what the Nets have been missing for a decade. A structure, a buy-in, a mentality, a will to want to win. Not just one season, not just 2 seasons, but 4, 5, 6, and so on, man. That's what we got to get to, and we're going to do that by enjoying the journey, by enjoying the ups and the downs, and by having the fan base back where they should be, which is enjoying Brooklyn basketball. It should be fun. It should not feel like it's a job. It should feel like it's fun again. If you don't come to work having fun, you ain't going to enjoy it. And that's what the Nets fan base and the players are missing, that fun of the game. You can't just go to a job that you do half-ass. You got to enjoy it, but you also got to have a foundation for it. And that's what the Nets need right now. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. And if Mikal didn't want to be a part of that, adios, Switty. Adios.
Yo, listen, man, I got to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like at the end of the day, I want to be a essential situation. I want a crucial, intricate situation. I want to be in a situation as the Brooklyn Nets, as a fan. If the basketball gods are watching, have us in a situation where, we play the Knicks latter part of the season, and Whether or not they get that home court advantage depends on whether they beat us. And Cam Thomas come out, and the reason why we win is because Mikal Bridges got to guard Cam Thomas for the last shot of the game, and Mikal Bridges can't guard Cam Thomas. We all know, in my opinion, I don't think Mikal Bridges could guard Cam Thomas. You know what I'm saying? I think if it's a one-on-one situation in the fourth quarter, and this is for whether or not the Knicks get home court advantage in the Garden for the playoffs, or like for seeding going into the playoffs, and Mikal Bridges got to guard Cam Thomas, I want to be the same way Mikal Bridges was the Grinch and stole the joy that John is mad about, the joy that we had just falling in love with the game because we seen the work ethic, the grittiness of the players and giving it all they got, mentally and physically, not just showing up to work. You could show up to work every day, but not give it all you got. I'd rather you know what I'm saying? Come to work, give it all you got. Give me 110% opposed to 65%. You there, you don't miss a day, but you there only on you only there just you there, but you're not doing nothing. Nah, right. When you there, you actually gotta work. And Mikal Bridges wasn't doing that. He just don't want to break his streak. Like, bro, like all I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, again, I'm not letting that shit slide. As a fan, I'm saying that shit built the rivalry, and I want to win one of those games. And like I said, if it come down to seeding and Mikal Bridges got to guard Cam Thomas is going to make sure they I don't want to say miss the playoffs. That's not what I'm trying to say. They're not going to get home court advantage. They won't get home court advantage if Mikal Bridges got to guard Cam Thomas in a scenario where it's up to Mikal Bridges to stop Cam Thomas, and that's how they get home court advantage in the playoffs. They will not get home court advantage. That's what the fuck I want. Listen, there's not a lot of glories that we can have this season, right? So this is one of them. Upsetting them. Like Mikal Bridges, you fucked our streak up. We had a streak of beating the Knicks. You fucked that up. Excuse my language. You messed that up, and I wanna give you some of that, give you that back, and you take that shit with you, bro. We don't need you jinxing our shit. You jinxed us when we was running the city and all that. Now I mean, not a Liberty running the city. Know what I mean? Shout out to Jay. Jay said that shit.
I even say this. There's one very important game I'm looking at because Thomas is in a contract year. There's the Nets have one game on TNT. It's going to be national televised. It's going to be us versus the Knicks when Mikal comes back home. That's going to be one of Cam Thomas' defining games this season. If he could come out there, play as a complete player, get his assists, get his rebounds, and shoot the out the ball and have a great game, and if that leads to a victory, that's going to be one of those games you look back on and say, this is the Cam Thomas that everybody knows he can be, not just as a good scorer, but as a complete basketball player. I'm going to be looking forward to that game when it's on TNT, man. That's going to be a game to look out for when it comes to Nets versus Knicks. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with a rivalry. It's good to have a rivalry because if you just chummy with your team across the bridge, it's not really fun basketball. It means, okay, we don't have to try our hardest against another team because they're in the same city. No, heck no. You come ready to compete and say, I'm going to beat the old New York team because I'm the best of this team. That's what makes basketball so much fun, with having a good rivalry. And I hope that this grows the rivalry this season between the Nets and the Knicks.
It's up. It is stuck. I'm telling you, it gotta be this way. Mikal Bridges just made sure we lost every game while he was on the Brooklyn Nets, and now he got the chance that he could get to go to the Knicks. He went. He did, and the whole thing is, we don't need that representation because we, you know what I'm saying, spread love. We spread love. That's what Brooklyn is known for. How you spreading love to Cam Johnson on a basketball court? Yeah, y'all friends in real life because you did help him do business. But at the end of the day, as a fan, I'm not here to help you help him do business. Y'all didn't fucking handle business when y'all was playing basketball. Y'all was playing soft. Y'all was acting like y'all don't know how to get to the basket. And then when y'all did, y'all was looking like y'all ain't know how to finish. I'm not just talking shit because I don't like y'all. Nah, I'm saying what I'm saying because when it came down to the X's and O's of basketball, y'all act like y'all ain't know what y'all was doing. And I don't appreciate that. And I seen y'all in the offseason smiling, cheesing it up. And y'all only doing that because of y'all friendship offside outside of playing basketball, but playing basketball man to man, face to face, when y'all see each other, ain't no way y'all can say, yo, we did our best when we was on the Brooklyn Nets together. That's a motherfucking lie. And y'all run around saying that shit. I ain't jacking it. Cam Johnson, bruh, if you still on the team and you go versus the Knicks, bro, I just hope you had the best game of your life. And what you already did when you was with the Phoenix Suns, we need that Cam Johnson. Like, stop it. I think the fans need to really give the identity to these players on the team, man. This is how y'all need to be if y'all going to be here. Stop. And Sean Marks, stop having free agents come in, run through and do whatever. That shit don't work for us. Stop. You doing good business that work for them. That shit work for them. How that work for us? Yo, bro, I would never take nothing away from KD and what he did. But again, as far as expectations in 4 seasons, again, I'll say 3. Because we all knew when he came that first season that he was going to heal. We knew that. So I ain't tripping on that. But those 3 seasons, I expected a second round more than once. Facts. And I know the circumstances. Trust me, I've been here for it all. But at the end of the day, again, like you said earlier in the conversation, John, it's just better to build organically. It's just better to build organically, man. Reed, everybody talking about him. He about to go to Houston. He was 3rd pick. Tatum, he was a 3rd pick. Brown, he looked like he was a 3rd pick. I'm not saying we're going to get the 1st pick. I really think we're going to get the 3rd pick. Everything that I see based on what I just said look like we're going to get the 3rd pick. If we get the 3rd pick, I don't know if we get Ace Bailey. But if we could get Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper, because it's going to go Cooper, Bailey, then Harper, bro, I ain't even tripping. All I could tell you is it's best for the Nets fans to keep shit like for instance, John, I know you run with BK and Wild Hoops. If BK and Wild Hoops is out here spreading the propaganda like we need to keep Ben Simmons on the team, he gotta see me.
Have you seen me debate him the last few streams, man? I've been cooking a full meal on that stream, buddy.
he gotta see me, John. There's no fucking way. Yo, hold on. So what happened? What you say? Well, did he say? Because Cat was. What happened? Talk to me, bro.
No, listen. It's interesting because he says that we need to keep Ben Simmons till we find a new point guard. Keep Ben on a minimum 1, 2, 3 a deal. Give him $20 million. I literally stopped the conversation. I'm like, $20 million. What has Ben Simmons done in the last 5 years to show he cares about basketball? He wants to be on the court, and how does he want to help this team? When he had a chance last year to mentor the young guys, the Clownies, the Jalen Wilsons that came up here off the bench, help them get more acquainted. So you know what he was doing? He's hiding out in Miami. People say rehab and all that stuff. No, he ran away from the grind because he don't want to help the young guys. Ben Simmons wants to chase after more money. That's what it comes down to. We don't need that anymore. We're in an organic rebuild. We're trying to build a core of players that actually want to be here, that actually want to build sustainability. Ben Simmons is not a man of sustainability. Ben Simmons is a man of half and half. Half this, half that, no show up when you need him most. That we don't need that anymore. And the thing is this, we have the draft coming up for 2 years. We have a whole bunch of $89 million cap space to find a point guard. There will be a point guard available for the Nets to draft or free agency. Doesn't run through Ben Simmons. Nothing runs through Ben Simmons right now. And if anything, Ben Simmons should be looking at this season as a chance to get Curry back with not only the Brooklyn fan base, but with the management organization that's taken goodwill of faith on him, because he hasn't shown that he can be a good player in 5 years. We don't need somebody that's going to show half skills on the court. We need a guy that can actually show a full array of skills. So if that's Dylan Harper next year, I will roll with that. But I'll tell you this, Breezy, don't count out VJ Edgecombe, man. That guy, I saw what he did at Damian Lillard's training camp the other day. This kid's going to be dynamic, man. If we have the 3rd pick, I'm not ruling out Edgecombe, man. I think you add him to this team, our offense is going to be next level, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, now, I'm really not a fan of college, so all of these players that y'all telling me about, I'm learning about. And I keep hearing about VJ. You know, PT, he pulled up. He's talking about VJ Edgecombe and what he could do and can't do. And again, what I will say, the common thread, and I hope this is the common denominator between all Nets fans, is that in this rebuild, Cam Thomas is essential to staying on the team. Different gotta see me. I'm telling you right now, because at the end of the day, y'all can't just be pushing this bad propaganda where we not building the team that we supposed to. And I would like to think they influenced by the narratives, by the fans. Again, I think it's significant to say because this is why we part. You don't think none of these players be listening to the podcast? Nobody in the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets don't follow me, but you trying to tell me nobody on the Brooklyn Nets ever listened to my podcast? Bruh. And I'm only saying that to say, like, obviously we don't make the decisions, but him being an instrumental part of it is only good business if you got him not forcing his way out, not forcing to get to a contending team. Look where he at in his age. Why would he leave the Brooklyn Nets and try to force his way out to get a contending team? Case in point is, I debate any fan saying that Cam Thomas should leave because the best thing for Cam Thomas and the Brooklyn Nets is for Cam Thomas to be on this team, regardless of who we get in the draft.
Right.
That's how I'm on it.
No, but here's the thing, though. This is where Sean Marks at the end of next year has to show his cards and how much he values Thomas. At the end of the day, he's never really said Cam is the guy. He's always said, I'm happy for what Cam did, but I don't think he was expecting Thomas to come out of the shell like he did the last year, the way he got his averages from 10 points to 20 points in one season. That's the highest jump for a young player, a scoring guard in a season, a jump from 10 to 20 like that.
That's a fact.
Like, that was unexpected from Marks.
You know he in the race now for MIP too, for next season too.
Yeah, I saw the rankings of the scoring guards. I'm kind of surprised that Austin Reeves is ahead of a lot of guys on the list. I don't know if you saw Hoopside.
Come on, man. Listen, NBA politics, man. Like, hold on, how is not NBA politics at the end of the day? When again, my thing is this, and this is why sometimes it's best to hear conversations in the content from like fans like Claude Smith, because they actually seen these players play. Some players I've seen play with my own eyes, John, and some players I know from box score because they played before I was born. Then I'm saying that to say where you get the content from to actually articulate and authenticate what they saying. You feel what I mean? Because seeing players play the game is different from actually just watching box scores. You feel what I'm saying? Word. Right. Yo, what up, Gat?
Hey, bro. What's up, bro? What's going on, bro? What's going on, y'all? Yo, Breezy, you fucking cooking right now, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Shit,
it gotta be said. Yo, Gat, it gotta be, bro. Yeah, it gotta be said. But hold on. I gotta tell you. Listen, the other day I just got Wally back on the panel. The chat is going crazy for Wally. Like, bro, I told him. Let me say, hold on. Let me tell you.
I've said you guys Breezy because I want to hear her opinion. I know she really fucked with Mikhail, so I want to see her.
We did an episode the other day. The other day she pulled up. Bro, so hold on. What I'm saying is she's mad hard to get on the panel, bro. She's not somebody I could easily, you know what I mean, reach out to. Now I could reach her. I could reach out to her for sure. But easily getting her on the panel, that's a different thing. You feel what I mean? So again, and like I was telling her, she thought I was hyping her up, but I was telling her like nobody ain't really, you know what I mean? You can make elbow room, like they got Taylor Rooks and this and that, but like you could make room in that female, being a female voice as a sports something. Like just a sports personality. You know what I'm saying?
Especially the Nets shit. She know her shit, but she can't. The thing about her, you can't be emotionally attached to any play out here, bro. Right now, especially the Brooklyn Nets. Right now, bro. We flipping niggas like we flipping burgers and shit. So like we was keeping Cam. So we like Cam. We fuck with Cam. Me and you, we was on the same page with Cam. We think we should run the offense through Cam.
Yeah, but hold on. But just to let you know, just recap because she spoke on that, and she basically said she had to walk a lot of that shit back, and she said somebody asked her if she was gonna be a Knicks fan because Mikal Bridges was on there. And she was like, hell no. Like I'm gonna be honest, when I gave her the floor, bro, she content wise, she know how to articulate sports, bro. She know basketball.
No, I never said that way from her. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, and you know what I mean. Just for what it's worth, I did show her that you did apologize, and I think that was a big part of. Hold on, you need to hear this part.
Yeah.
That was a big part of her coming back because I was sending her content before because she got fans pulling up to the page, but when she seen you actually apologize, then she pulled up. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to let you know that she didn't say this,
Yeah.
but she appreciated your apology. You know what
Nah,
I'm
shout
saying?
outs to you, Breezy, for doing the peer mediation shit. Because it didn't have to get like that, bro. At the end of the day, I fuck with her. She know
Yeah,
her
no,
business.
I had
If you
left
Brooklyn
the
Nets, I'm on the same side of you, my nigga. We
the
got the
phone
same.
at for a second.
Nah, you
My
good, you
fault.
good. Now tell her. We want to make sure she's still Brooklyn Nets down, and we got to grind it, dick. So we need all the players we can get, all the people we can beat on our team, bro. Because it's gonna be a grind, but it's good though because you know what. Y'all, we trimming the fat, my nigga. Me and you been seen like we was talking last season. There ain't no way our star players should be on another team's halftime show talking with the other players on their team when they on our
That's
team.
come on, man. We
That was
deserve better
ridiculous. When
than
I
that.
seen that, yeah, that's why I was like, y'all, this is crazy, bro. And now, as far as Cam and everybody saying we should get rid of him, now I'm pretty sure niggas know they broken that knowledge. Did we play Joe Harris the bag just for leading the league in 3-point shooting? Didn't we
Yep.
give him that? Didn't we give KD a bag like you just said? You could stay home 1 year, bro. We'll pay you the whole year. Just stay home and rehab. We just want you on the team. Then we pay people. We paid a Ben Simmons
Word.
that didn't play 70% of his games. 70% of his games. Come on,
That's prime.
that's
Word. Hold
crazy.
on. Keep cooking. Keep cooking.
Yeah. So now we paying all these people that they part-time players because I'm pretty sure we drafted this young man Cam and he's been playing out of his mind since we put him in the role. Every role we need to do, he excelled better than we ever thought he was. We didn't think Cam was going to be what he is right now. Is he the top of nonchalant, the best of the
Okay.
best? No, but he's a great star on our team. So why would we turn our back on somebody that wants to ride out with us since day one? That's what I feel like. If you're loyal to me, I'm gonna be loyal to you. We've been loyal to people that
Right.
don't even want to be on our team. A la Joe Harris, a la Ben Simmons, a la Kylie Irving, a la motherfucking Kevin Durant. Now, this the only thing I feel like the Brooklyn Nets is doing too. We got a problem with drafting people. I mean, getting free agencies with their friends. Like somebody got to come with somebody else. We got to get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
Nah, yeah, I think again that was his mistake, and that was giving the superstars power. And I think
Yeah.
that's the difference between
Uh-huh.
Jordy Fernandez and Steve Nash. Now, when Steve Nash is your coach, he more, in my opinion, just going along with the flow. Jordy
Yeah.
Fernandez, somebody more weathered. You know what I
Well,
mean? Been
Breezy,
through the storm. He
did
was
you read the
a good.
CBS article, Breezy, today? Apparently, Steve Nash never wanted to be a coach. He didn't even
No,
want to
no, no,
coach.
no. That hurts. That hurts even
Forcing
more.
niggas.
That hurts.
Yeah, we
That
forcing
hurts
niggas to
even
be
more to hear you
God.
say that. But hold
Yeah.
on. This about Jordy. Jordy. He was assistant coach in the NBA since '09. But go ahead,
Yeah.
John.
No, listen, it was a CBS article today from was about Steve Nash. He apparently said that after he finished his playing career, he had no intention of ever coaching. But when Brooklyn brought it to his mind, he's like, "Oh, I have the opportunity to choose to be a coach," and I did. It was a lot of fun, but it was also very challenging because you have to be able to have talks with your players. And he said that was very few in between. I'm like, okay, so we could have chose Ty Lue, an exceptional coach, knows how to handle stars. We chose a guy who didn't even want to do this. No wonder we had Mike D'Antoni and Ime there, the two actual coaches. That was
Yo,
interesting to me.
hold on. I want to go to Scott real quick, Scott. But let me just clear the air with you real quick. You know what I'm saying? We ain't go to Scott yet. First off, this is a dope avatar right here. You know what I mean? This is dope avatar. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? We gonna get to that in a second. But I just want to say to BK and Wild Hoops, bro, hit that link, bro. If you're gonna come up here, if you're gonna be in the chat talking, trying to sully up the stream, talking about John, agree with you, and he think Cam Thomas should be a 6 man. Now I'm gonna speak for myself. Now, first off, I did like 2-3 streams the other day explaining that some of these guards shouldn't be in front of Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges at 5. Had Devin Booker at 1. The guy name was Quincy Hoops. I went to Quincy Hoops page, dropped the link. He ain't never show up. So again, fans like Quincy Hoops, I'ma press him for saying stuff like that. Just like I'ma press you. Now, again, you come out here with vague comments. You ain't say what team he would be on, a 2 guard behind who? Behind who? I thought so. And then hold on, this better be him. Nah, it ain't him. It ain't him. It ain't you. And that link still litty right there. You see that link? The link right
Wow.
here. Nah. That link is right there. You talking mad hot, and you ain't pulling up talking on that link. You got other fans pulling up, jumping on the link, but you ain't tapping that link. So again, don't ever pull up and say anything about anything they said on your page somewhere else when you here on my page right now, and you could jump in the link. I ain't finna press John about something he said on your page. I'm right here, right now. And if you want to say something, jump on the link and say it to me. Otherwise, don't try to sully up the streams talking spicy about anybody on a panel. Like I said, anytime you say this comment, I ask you what team and what situation and what kind of scenario you talking about, and I don't get no answers. It's all vague comments. It's all just to stir the pot. It's all just to get things, you know what I mean? Like, well, you don't have no scenario. What two guards score better? Give me 10 two guards and don't make it seem like most of the time the NBA don't want this two guard to be a scorer. They're not really 3-and-D players. They really players that create their own shot. So stop playing with me. You either gonna come with and articulate the basketball you talking about, I'm gonna cook your ass every time I see you in the comments. Matter of fact, the next comment you put, it better be an apology to Big Fan Breezy for trying to sully up the stream saying something spicy to John. I thought so. Hold on, man. We're gonna go to Scott and we're gonna go to PT, man. Like, yo, I'm not playing with BK and Wild Hoops, man. I'm not playing with you. What up, though, Scott? Talk.
Hey, what's up? What's up? I don't know what his issue. Hey, what's up, John? I don't know what his issue against Cam Thomas. I really don't know. But Cam is the man. Believe me, trust me. I just have that feeling. You know how you have that feeling about somebody. His whole attitude about playing is serious, and you can tell. I remember when he got drafted, and he said, "I'm gonna make those teams that bypass me pay." You know what that say about his character?
I think Cam is really not. You have to think every day. This is his rookie too. And since you brought that up, his rookie year. Who was he playing in practice? This is his rookie year while he was doing practice. Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, James Harden. So what do you think he was teaching him this ball while he was developing?
Yeah, that's right. He was sitting up there playing with you know, Kyrie and
KD.
And the rest of KD
and James Harden for a year too.
Yeah, and those is his idols. He looked up to them. I just have this feeling that he's going to have a terrific season, and I know he's going to roast the Knicks because he's definitely looking to roast the Knicks.
You know what it is, Scott? Though that I do appreciate what Thomas is doing right now. He's doing something I'm calling the Cam brand. What he just did with Slam Magazine, he's promoting himself in a contract year, which you should do. Because if you look at the end of the day, Sean Marks isn't promoting Thomas. He's not saying Cam is the number one. Thomas is saying, regardless of what happens next season, I'm going to put myself out there as number one. Now, whether Brooklyn wants to keep me, that's up to them. But I'm going to put myself out there and see if anybody wants to see me as a potential option. You got to respect the young man for that. Because if Cam was just going to be like, I'm the best, I'm going to score, I'm going to do this, it's almost like false bravado. But Thomas is saying, watch the season. Even if we tank, I'm still going to have great numbers, and I hope everybody sees what I can do because I'm not going to be following what everybody thinks I should do. I'll be doing the Cam brand. So I got to give him props to that, even if I'm not sure where his value is going to be at the end of the season right now. But I have to see it.
Yeah. It just so happened he's on a team that wants to tank, that probably needs to tank in order to pick high in the draft. But that doesn't take away. I still believe that's not going to take away what he needs to do this season, which is show people what he's capable of. Right. But as far as the thing with the Knicks and Mikal Bridges going to the Knicks, it seems to me like he wanted to go to the Knicks. I mean, he didn't want to be here. All right, so you can leave, you know? He said Madison Square Garden is his spot. He always wanted to play there, so he got a chance to play there.
It's just the way he did it during the season, I think, that rubbed a lot of fans the wrong way. Because when there was that thing that came up about him doing a lie detector test with Josh Hart about wanting to play with him, and he deleted it afterwards. I'm like, dude, just leave it up there. We know you like these guys, but now you're deleting information? What, to tampering allegations out? No, come on, man. Like, you should have owned up to it. But then to do the patty cake thing after Thomas getting shoved by OG, it's like, okay, you just don't care anymore. You're waiting for the Nets to force this move. And then when it came out that he was forcing Sean's hands, it's like, okay, Mikal, so you lied about wanting to be here, about wanting to be a leader. Okay, but don't say that you actually cared about this organization. Don't say that because you didn't. You cared about Mikal Bridges. You didn't care about Brooklyn. Like, own up to it. That's all I want. Just own up to it. Don't do this good guy shtick stuff. It's not working.
He tries to portray himself as such a nice guy that he wouldn't do anything
Yeah.
like that. But
And
it's
he fooled us. Listen, I will tell you this. He fooled the Brooklyn Nets fans. It wasn't Wally. It wasn't me. It was the Brooklyn fan base. We all fell for this Mikal Bridges
Let me tell
trap a little bit.
this is where the situation came up with Wally because I was a when Mikal Bridges, we first got Mikal when he first landed on the Brooklyn Nets before last season, the season before the half season that we had. He was playing out of his mind. Do we agree with that? He was making
Yeah,
every
he
single
was.
shot.
He was playing well.
So he gave us hope. He gave the team hope. He gave us a breath of fresh air. Like, okay, we didn't get such a bad end of the deal. And now for you to come back the next season, and maybe things wasn't going your way with the Ben Simmons not in and out the lineup. Maybe it wasn't going your way that people weren't producing the way you wanted.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Ben Simmons definitely. I mean, that was a. I don't know what to say about Ben.
Yeah, Ben Simmons to this day, like, and I don't know what it is. Like he didn't play with the superstars with KD and Kyrie. He was too scared to do that with whatever injury happened. You didn't play that. Now you could be the man of the team. You still didn't want to play doing that. So I don't know what is it, bro. What do you?
No, what's even worse is Mikal complained that they were running everything through Ben, but when it came time for Mikal to actually shine, he was like, "I'm done with this team." So why were you complaining about wanting a bigger role when you didn't really want a bigger role?
No, you just started shooting more threes. That's what you started doing after Ben.
Yeah,
and missing them. And missing on top of everything. No defense. You came here to be the defensive end guy. I feel like he wasn't even our top defender towards the end of the season. He was like our third, maybe fourth. Finley was doing better than him. Claxton's better than him. And I'll say Clowney Cook the bench was giving us more effort and more hustle than Bridges towards
Anthony Simmons cooked him in that Portland game. He dropped 40.
Oh my God. I lost money on that game. Oh, let's not even talk about that. Please don't even talk about that.
Don't forget Kate Cunningham cooking him too. I got a whole list.
Oh my God. That Portland game had me going crazy. I was like, what is happening?
Oh, what about Danny Advia against them? That one game we lost to them in Washington where that guy went off.
Oh, what about when the guy on the Hornets was going crazy on us one time? I'm like, yo, what is happening? We can't.
That's the Brandon guy, right?
Oh yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is really happening right
now. No, even better, the Memphis G League team with Luke Kennard cooked us. They cooked us. I think Mikal played that game too.
Yeah, he did. Hello, he doesn't miss a game. How can he not play that game? Look, it don't make no sense. Make it make sense. We can't beat the D squad of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, this whole thing is crazy when you think about it. But you know what? Sometimes things happen for a reason, and it's going to work into the Nets' favor. I also think that I feel sorry for Ben because I don't think he really want to play. I really don't believe he want to play. Really don't.
Don't worry about Ben. Ben is rich. Ben got a catalog of beautiful women.
Fashion line.
Fish. He go to the Met Ball.
Ben made $106 million. Bro.
That's why Ben don't care. Ben don't care when we be booing him and saying shit. He don't care. He lives a great life. His life is charmed. He's leaving. He is all he is to basketball right now is a bunch of cap space going off the books.
Yeah, I mean, look at all these guys retiring. Hayward's retiring. Like, Ben, go join them. You don't have to play to 40 anymore in this league unless you're LeBron James. Like, you don't got to do that.
It's not for me to say any grown man who worked at his craft and earned his position in the league. It's not for me to say oh, he deserves this or doesn't deserve that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when it comes to the selfish Net fan in me, I'd love to see him as a human being, bounce back. Injuries is what messed him up. He wasn't a sucker like Mikal Bridges, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Is my main point. Like, who cares? I don't even understand why we talk about him so much. He's an expiring contract. His body betrayed him. He's trying to be out there, but he can't. It's over. It's that simple.
It's the publicity thing that I always keep getting bored about, Ben. He gives you publicity, but it's all bad publicity. It's nothing good. There's no promise of anything good with him right now. It's just another guy taking up a bench spot. And at this point this season, I wouldn't even start him. I'd play the guy 10, 15 minutes off the bench See if you could be
Oh, I could
healthy.
have gave you $3. I got $3 in my pocket. You want to go back
Like
and give him two?
that's what I would do with Simmons right now. I wouldn't just start him and risk another injury because at that
I'm
point
gonna
you
go
send him
back and
home.
give it to him. You
Yeah,
don't
but
want
I
to
mean, let
lock
me ask you
nobody.
guys a question though. What do you think
It's
is the best
robbing.
scenario
If
for Ben
that's how much
Simmons,
he was
Cuz?
supposed to pay.
If we do, if Ben Simmons comes back and let's say he has an all right,
In
decent season,
Spanish,
but
you
like,
understand Spanish
what's
now?
the best can we get out of Ben Simmons? Obviously, he hasn't played in the last what 3 4 years. So you think he ever can go
Uh,
back to what
I
he was?
mean, I mean, if we're looking at best case scenario, and this is
Yeah,
Thomas probably doing most of the scoring off his assists, maybe like 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 points. That'd be kind of what Ben does.
yeah,
Like
like
that would
so.
be best. Like,
We talking about like a watered down Draymond Green then, basically.
very watered down. Yeah, but here's the
Yeah,
thing: Sean Marks is competing for a contract next year. If he could somehow get a decent Ben Simmons back and flip him at the trade deadline for
yeah,
something, that's a Houdini trick for Sean Marks because he has to figure something out
But
here. If
but
it's
what do
just
we
let Ben
need
play his
though?
contract and buy him out, it's a failure. You failed again.
We can't
mm,
get anything that we need with Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
We need more lottery balls. We need we need more young players. We're not getting you're not trading Simmons for Shaden Sharp. It's like a wasted conversation to talk about this because if he comes back and he's Ben Simmons again, I remember the Ben Simmons that was like 19, 20
yeah. I think
that
that doesn't
scored
exist no more though, bro.
34.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening ever again.
Yeah,
Cause
that's not. But
yeah,
I remember him. I'm not gonna sit here and say the man is dog water. I watched him beat the shit out of my team in a playoff series.
yeah,
I'm just I'm just looking at it from the perspective of I'm a Net fan. I want my team to be good, and that's it. The rest, personal agendas against players and beef with Nick I, and player stands. I don't believe in none of that. You know what I'm saying? I want to win at the end of the day. And the
yeah.
best thing that could have ever happened to the Nets is they pulled the ejector seat while Harden, Kyrie, and KD still have value. We have 16 draft picks. We're not gonna have barely no cap space on the books for the next 2 years. We in a our team is in a great place.
You're
The
right.
Knicks better hope that they don't stumble because if they stumble and they're in the lottery next year and they give us a player out of this draft, that is one of the all-time failures of ever. They better not stumble. They better win everything. Or Mikal Bridges is gonna be the poster child for the greatest basketball failure ever.
Yeah, they can't fail at all.
I mean,
They,
who's more of a failure, Mikal Bridges or Jalen Brunson for taking $100 million less to not even win?
I
Yeah,
mean, I give Brunson credit for doing that because at the end of the day, you want to have flexibility to make future moves, and I think that move was made because of Julius Randle. I don't think Randle's going to stay with these guys. He's the odd man out on a
Yeah,
Villanova frat team, man. Let's be real about that. He don't
yeah,
fit with these guys. He's probably going
yeah.
to request a sign and trade next
There's
year if they don't win.
there's definitely gonna be clicks in that locker room, but I've seen this so many times in the NBA where a team thinks their rebuild is over and thinks that they're at a certain level, and then find out after they pushing all their chips on some mediocre player, find out that they weren't really there. They don't have
Ooh.
I still think this is a superstar league. I don't all NBA, whatever. I don't care. I don't feel like Jalen Brunson is a superstar in this league. I don't believe he'll ever be a top 10 player in this league. And neither will Mikal Bridges. So they're just a team of pretty good guys. You know what I'm saying? While
yeah,
I promise you the Nets are gonna come away with a superstar this year.
yeah.
Mm.
bro.
They gotta stay healthy, and they gotta wish the stars lined up
That's right.
because it's not going to be easy for them.
They're not beating these young teams. I was listening to Apollo Banchero interview and he was talking about, yo, I'm only 21. This season I've gotten better every year. This is gonna be I'm even better this year. The stuff that I've been working on this summer. Like these teams, Indiana, Orlando, these teams are gonna be good.
Yeah, they're
These
going to be good.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they. You right. They're gonna be good, but how many of them is gonna how many of them is gonna peak early, like a la like a OKC or Memphis did a couple of years ago? It ain't gonna be that many of them, bro. The thing is, it's still a superstar league, bro, but it's dumbed down now because now you dumbing down superstars to stars. It's one of the reasons why Jaylen Brown won Finals MVP in the first place, bro. If you don't look at him as a star, then it ain't a superstar league. It's a star league. That's
He's
basically
a
what it is.
superstar though. I
Is
think it's fair to say maybe not superstar, but he's on that. He could win a playoff series.
Yeah,
He
yeah, he
could
could
win.
win a. Yeah, he could clearly win a playoff series. Yeah, listen to me. If you really want to be technical, Jake, I don't think Tatum or Brown is superstars. I think they stars, but I don't think they superstars. I mean, like you
that's a
become
good
super.
debate.
You become superstars like it's a whole bunch of things that go in superstars, bro. Like I think it's more of a world renowned type of thing when it comes to superstars. So hold on, I'm about to run upstairs.
Yeah, now superstar is like I think what I meant was top 10. You need a top 10 guy, and I think at least one of those two is top 10 in the NBA now.
Right,
Mm.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I say Tatum is top 10.
Yeah,
Tatum is definitely top 10. He ain't top 5, but he's top 10 for sure.
he's top 10. Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell you this: in this new CB era, it's not going to be a 3 stars game anymore. It's going to be maybe 1 star and a 2 star if the prices line up. Like you're going to have to
Un-
really navigate
un-
this financial stuff
Unless you do what
because
we're doing, which is drafting them. If you
right.
draft these dudes, you've got 10 years to play with. You got 8 years to play with.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you could have 3 young superstar level talents, uh, and just have them grow up in your incubator, that's that's what you want. You want to
Right.
be you want to build a team like OKC built their team.
Yeah, well,
You
the
know,
Nets picked a good time to want to pick with draft picks. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
I
Because
think we
these
can even do
next,
better and
Did
go
we
the
really?
Magic.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think we could do
I
even
don't
better
know
and
if we
go the
did.
Magic route, man. If
I
we
think
get bigger
so.
if we get bigger players like Cooper Ace, we do what the Magic did, which was they got bigger. Like that's a good way to get better as a team. If your front court is big, you can fix the point guard situation, secondary score down the line, but you need a solid front court to handle all these big bodies on Celtics, on Philly and stuff like that. Like you need a good front court. The Nets have been playing small ball for too long and getting no results. Like you
I
got to get
hope they
bigger as a
don't
team.
fuck with
The
Clowney
only
and
the
put him at
only
the
the
center.
only thing I'm gonna say about our future draft picks is this. We only got our draft history to really fall back on. And that all goes back to what Derek Coleman, Buck Williams, Kenyon Martin, bro, like and all of them. Don't get me wrong, Kenyon Martin, big time success man with the second that Jason Kidd showed up. But the
Yeah, and
biggest
he was in a
stars that
bad
we
draft. He was in
yeah,
a
yeah,
draft that.
and he was in a bad draft. But let's make one thing clear, two things for certain. The history of the Nets franchise, as far as stars go, ain't in the draft. It's out of trades. Jason Kidd,
Right.
Vince Carter, Marbury, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, bro, you name it. They all came out
Belief.
of trades and all out of free agency.
This is a
Bro,
unique
name me
moment
a
in the Nets
superstar we
But
got
history.
out of the
you say
draft.
that to say what though? But you say
We've
that to say
never
what?
had
I'm
16
saying
picks
that to say,
over the
bro,
next
history
5 years.
has a way of repeating itself. So by hook or
So
crook, bro. Hold on, wait, let me finish. By hook or crook, when the draft picks that are here right now, that are on this team right now, and the draft picks that we get in the future are not here by the time we start running out of the East, bro. Don't be surprised.
Bro, listen, hold on. Let me say this to that. Let me rebuttal that, please. First and foremost, again, when it come down to the draft picks, the history shows that we never really had a lot of lottery picks. We weren't a team that was fortunate to say that we were able to build what draft picks that were lottery picks. The lot of the picks that we had were either late lottery picks or not a lottery pick at all. So, case in
right.
point is again, the bad part of the coach is not keeping teammates together for a long time. That is another bad part of the culture and why we couldn't build a team to win. This is what I'm saying. Tables are turning. The tide is changing. Regardless of
You
how y'all
sure?
feel, we only talking facts, not opinions.
You
Before I
sure?
get
You
And
sure
Breezy,
it's
hold
saying
and
on,
no,
Breezy,
no,
the
no? If we
important
bro,
talking facts, bro,
before
hold on, bro.
hold
Like
on, bro,
the
let's
hey,
important
not
bro,
thing is
leave
can I,
certain
realism.
facts
bro,
out.
stop,
Don't leave nothing
bro,
out.
let me, bro, stop cutting me off. You just talking for like 20 minutes straight. Hold on, listen.
I
What
ain't
I'm
been in
trying
here
to
for
say is,
15 minutes.
bro, I cannot rebuttal what you saying if before I finish you saying you sure. You don't even give me, you ask me another question and then you trying to answer that question. So again, let me finish what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is, I'm not about to say what I just said all over, but reiterating what I just said, we got of different tables to turn. The tide is changing. Before I was interrupted, what I was about to say was, yes, Cam Thomas, Nick Claxton, they've been teammates for about 3 seasons now. Jalen Wilson looked like he gonna be a teammate. And this is just that's a projection, but Dayron Sharp, he's another teammate, 3 years. That's 3 teammates that's been there together 3 years. And that being said, I don't know if you want to count the years with Trendon Watford and Cam Thomas when they played in college. I'm just saying teammates that been together and played together. And that's the significance of the difference of what we doing as far as how we have a trajectory of what we are actually doing, opposed to going to the free agent and call it what you will, coming up short. So the success that you discussing out of these free agents, we still came up short, regardless of the matter. Especially if you a vlogger that always say one team winning, the other 29 teams, yada yada, whatever the hell you be saying. So my point is, which I disagree with, but my point is that if you got teammates that can build chemistry by being teammates for more than 2 seasons, because notoriously that's what the Nets were doing wrong. They not, when it's time to sign these players to a big contract, instead of doing that, they go elsewhere.
Right.
To the point, the Nets have to commit as well as a franchise to say, all right, we believe in you. You know what I mean? If it, and again, it's about having a winning culture. And my thing is, being in Brooklyn, the culture is about winning. The culture gotta be about winning, because all of the other, we exhausted all of the other, you know what I mean, everything, and all the other ways that could happen, or any way that we could lose, whether it be the best when we go to the finals or the worst when we was 12-70. We've exhausted every way there is to lose. It can seriously, like, it can only be up. It can only be a win for us, bro. That's how I look at it. And they doing it from the foundation. That's the base and that's the core. And the core is teammates being together for more than 2 seasons in a row. They are now going. Cam Thomas, Nick Claxton, Dayron Sharp are going into their 5th season together. That means something.
That's right.
And I'm not saying they're going to be prominent players and we building around them. Just the whole culture of keeping teammates together and actually building something. And the next thing I think that's going to happen, that's the difference between Jordy Fernandez and Steve Nash, is Steve Nash didn't really have a voice. First off, D'Antoni was the assistant coach. We know he was the real voice of the team, the real coach of the team. We know that. Now, we went after that, he ain't have no handle for reals. And we know that. But we're not taking it there. I'm saying with Jordy Fernandez being an assistant coach since 2009, I think it goes over well with the locker room. And I think that's part of the reason why we're going to have success. It's going to be the coach, not only the players. I know we put a lot of emphasis on the draft, but it got to be the identity and coaching style of the coach as well. We can't ignore that we also getting a new head coach. Yeah. That's not and I don't know the percentage that fans contribute the coaching to us winning. You know what I mean? We seem like we just talking about the draft, which is a whole season away. Like, what are we going to see from Jordy Fernandez this season? That's the more consistent thing. He ain't going to have no injuries.
55 losses.
You know what I'm saying? No, what are we going to see? What are we going to see him focus on? What kind of coach is he?
55 losses is crazy.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's a vague comment, bro. That's basically,
why is it vague?
Bro, because it's, again, what I'm saying is, what are we going to see for his identity? We already know the trajectory is what you're talking about. That's the 55 losses. The identity is whether or not he's an offensive coach or a defensive coach. That's why it's a vague comment. That's why it's a vague comment. I just answered it. You don't have to answer that question. You don't have to answer it. You don't have to answer it. I just answered it.
Nah, because you didn't, bro. Like, if you want to see who Jordy Fernandez is based on the way that this roster looks, go look at the Sacramento Kings last year. Just that.
Bro, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that, bro.
Why not?
That's
we don't have to start Caleb like Fox though.
Because the head coach and assistant coach is 2 different things, bro.
It is.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, that's true.
Look,
Hold
that
on. No. Hold on. Let me ask you this. If that's the case, and I'm taking it there with you, Leaf. Then what about Ime when he was on the team with us?
what about Ime when he was on the team with us? When Ime was on the team, bro, if I'm not mistaken, bro, like we was a pretty decent defensive team.
Bruh,
Bingo.
it's in contrast to what the Houston Rockets was when he took over, it ain't the same. Don't make it seem like Ime got made the same decisions and had the same power and pull that he did with the Brooklyn Nets as he do as a head coach for the Houston Rockets. I'm not selling what you buying.
No,
You
no,
know what's
no, no. You
important
don't,
to
I mean,
remember, Leave?
you don't have to sell it, bro. All I can tell you is
Leave.
this. Hold on, wait. Before you continue, all I can tell you is this. Mike Brown, for as long as he's been a head coach, he's always been known as a defensive coach. Now that didn't necessarily rub off, in terms of ranking with the Sacramento Kings. What rubbed off, bro, was what they were good at, and that was speeding up the pace, which is hence one of the reasons why in the last 2 years they was top five in pace. They set a new all time record in pace the year before last year, and then this year they was at least top three or top four. So realistically, bro, like I can't necessarily I don't want to credit to Mike Brown because Mike Brown was always been a defensive coach. To me, all eyes point on Jordy Fernandez because he's the one that said he wanted Claxton to get the rebound, bro, and basically turn him into what's basically somewhat Sabonis is. Ain't he the one that say that?
No,
He
I
said
ain't
something
never say
similar
he
like
will.
that.
I never heard Jordy Fernandez say he gonna turn Nick
I
Claxton
heard
into his
that.
No, no,
Sabonis.
wait, Breezy. Can I
You
I'm
say
not
never heard
buying
something?
him
Wait,
what
say
you
that?
Breezy.
selling, bro.
Wait,
I'm not,
Breezy.
bro.
You never
I'm
heard him
No,
say
not
that?
Breezy.
buying what you selling, bro.
No,
I've
wait.
never heard him
No,
say
he
You
that
Wait,
never
shit
didn't.
in
heard him
my
Breezy.
say that?
nothing life, bro. I've
There was,
Y'all never
never
heard
heard him
wait,
say
Breezy
that
Breezy.
came
There
up
shit.
in
was
here and say
something
that?
through the. Wait, Breezy. There was something through the
Why you say
grapevine
I said
where.
that shit? Fuck out of here. I ain't never said that shit.
Wait,
All
Breezy.
right.
There was something through the grapevine where Jordy was trying to consider seeing Claxton as a Sabonis, but we have to see the offensive development. And to the question of what
No.
type of coach Jordy is, he's a defensive coach. I think that's why there've been so many different coaches brought to the team this year to help Clowney and Claxton grow. I think that's going to be the biggest growth this season is those two more
Yo,
defensively and maybe offensively.
Yo,
I
I
hold
think
think.
on,
that's
hold on, hold on,
Go
something
hold on,
ahead.
hold on.
this
Two
season.
things. One, I'm gonna send Big Ox the link, and two, before Big Ox get here, I'm gonna explain why Nick Claxton is not Sabonis. Nick Claxton is not Sabonis because Sabonis has the offensive say in the matter 40% of the time. They're not just running pick and rolls with Sabonis. Sabonis is creating his own shot. And if they try to double Sabonis, he's kicking it out to the shooter like Malik Monk or Herter or whoever the fuck. Case in point is that's more of how they run their offense, and it's through Sabonis. We will never
That's
run
true.
our offense through Nick Claxton.
That
Facts.
that that I could
I never
agree with
said
that.
that.
I could agree with that, but my only rebuttal was I was only speaking on in terms of the open court and the fast break situations. I ain't talking about half court situations. In half court situations, bro, like 9 times out of 10, Nick Claxton is going to be the screen and roll guy on this team. We kind of are running our offense through Nick Claxton. Realistically, bro, if he's the guy that's going to be setting most of the screens and diving and trying to get offensive rebound attempts, bro. Clowney is going to be on the perimeter because he could shoot. If you look at the way this team is structured, bro, most of the screens is going to be set by mostly him. Don't get me wrong; other people are probably going to be setting screens too, like Clowney, but Claxton, just off the strength that he could dive to the basket and hit the offensive rebounds and hit the dunk box and play mostly inside and get downhill, he's kind of going to be like the dribble handoff kind of guy. That's kind of what I see. Jordy Fernandez kind of making him because we need to play faster in order for him to to be putting up these numbers and get a lot better, bro. Like in terms of how he's gonna play. To me, I mean, it just makes sense to me, bro. Like I don't know, but I
You
mean,
know what,
all in
Lee?
all,
But I
Even you know
think the
what?
team is not finished. I think the Jody and them are not finished looking for players. They're not done.
Right,
So
right.
we don't know how this net's going to look next season. It's going to be some changes.
Scott, you
There'll
know
be
what I
some
hope.
people gone. It's gonna be some. I guarantee you're gonna be shocked. There's gonna be a couple of players that won't be on this team that you think is gonna be on this team.
Right. You know what I hope Jordy does this season, though. I hope he. You know what I saw from what he did with the Kings. he was a hard ass on a lot of these guys. Like he gave them hard conversations that some of them didn't want to hear, but they really needed to hear. I hope that this season he's like that with guys like Cam and Claxton. Like if they mess up on something, he has a real honest conversation about what they need to improve on, not just be like it's okay, making mistakes, we'll forget about it. That's what Steve Nash was doing. He never held anybody accountable on the team. He let them do whatever they want. Never had those conversations. Like that's what a coach
Well,
needs to do.
I think a
Have
player
those
like Cam
conversations.
is not. That's not a problem. He holds himself to a high standard.
I
I
mean,
hope.
John, that's an interesting point. Different team. This is a young team.
Yeah,
That team was trying to get out of the East and win a championship. That's
Yeah,
what that team was
but
trying to
Leaf, don't you think it's important though for a coach to establish like I'm the coach, you guys got to get better, even if you're a young team, not just let them fall on their asses is what I'm saying, and it's
do.
okay.
I'm.
And
Yeah,
listen, you're
That's how you have
absolutely right.
structure.
I don't think Steve Nash was built for that position. I think Ime was
Yeah,
more built for that position because look at the way
right.
that he's holding players responsible in Boston and now in Houston. So I think that's one of the main reasons why Kevin Durant wanted Ime up in the head coaching spot. They never really wanted Steve Nash. And now, from what I'm hearing, Steve Nash never really wanted to coach anyway. He got talked
Yeah.
into doing it by the front
That's
office.
awful. That's what John. Thanks,
that's
Sean.
right.
Yeah, but Leaf, to go back to something you said earlier about the never having the number one overall or never developing, those type of draft picks. They've never had 16 picks ever before either.
Yeah,
How do we
I
get those
mean,
picks?
I now hold on. Now we got to correct that statement. We never actually had 16 picks that landed on our team, and
Ooh.
we probably won't
No,
in the near coming future, bro.
they're
Like
not. But
and to say
16,
this, and I'm gonna correct everybody by saying this: the players that we drafted, Brooke Lopez, Derek Favors, Kenya Martin, Derek Coleman,
that's a
Kenny
different era,
Anderson.
though.
No. I'm just talking about the players that we drafted. I'm just
Oh,
talking about that.
lottery picks.
Yeah, Kenny Anderson, Buck Williams. Who else did we draft? I said Kenya Martin. Did we
Yeah.
Michael
draft
Ray Richardson.
Michael Ray? Did we draft Michael Ray Richardson? I think we did. Yeah. We Michael Ray Richardson, Richard Jefferson. How many of them niggas are better than Vince Carter, who we had, Jason Kidd, who we had, Stephon Marbury, who we had, Drazen Petrovic, who we had, Kevin Durant, who we had, Kyrie Irving, that we had, and James Harden that we recently had. How many of the niggas that we drafted are better than the niggas that we traded for or got in free agency?
Two.
None.
Two of them.
Who?
Coleman and Kenny
Coleman was
Anderson.
good. Kenny Anderson was very good.
Who is Coleman better than that we got in a trade?
I
I'm
mean,
just
in
saying
a
that.
trade,
I'm just
I'm
saying
just
that
saying
Coleman.
he was
If
just a good
Coleman and
player.
yo Scott, let me get him.
One more time.
All right.
At
If
Derek Coleman as
if
the number one pick.
hold on, that's a great example, right? If the Nets didn't have no kind of organization back then, and Coleman started drinking, he was on that mad dog, and he like literally wasted talent. Same thing with Kenny Anderson. The Nets can have the same exact thing happen. You draft back to back years, basically. You're big, you're two like franchise players, and then after that they signed Petrovic. If he didn't die, I'm telling you, the thing that threw that whole thing out of whack is that Petrovic died. If Petrovic didn't die, the Coleman would have got his shit together. Um, uh, Kenny Anderson would have been on a good team and would have been able to show his talent. And then you could have added other players onto them. But that the Nets have way more picks now
And
than they did then.
it seemed like there's a pattern going on, bro. Because you're saying if Drazen Petrovic didn't get in that car accident going back home to his home country, that's one. We're saying that if Jason Kidd never ran into the Lakers or the Spurs, that's number two. We're
No,
saying that
that's different. That's
if Kevin
different.
Durant foot wasn't on the
That team
line,
was
that's number three.
successful.
It just seemed like we just got bad luck to me.
Nah, Leaf. You know
Parents
what it
do
is?
dumb shit.
No,
Like if they never gave up Kenyon Martin, if they just paid the nigga, all they had to do was pay him. They would have got Vince Carter after, and after they got Vince Carter, it would have been Vince Carter, Kenyon, and Kidd, that would have been an incredible team. And we drafted Kenyon. You know what I'm saying? They let him
Yeah,
go.
he was the
That's
number
the
one pick.
problem.
We drafted Kenyon. We drafted Kenyon Martin. We drafted Derek Coleman.
That was the
We
number one
drafted
pick
Kenny
too.
Anderson. Yeah, yep. We
So
drafted
their number
Kenny
one
Anderson.
picks was very good.
We drafted
It was
right.
decent.
What? But here's the thing, Scott. I'm asking, how many of them number one picks was better than the marquee talent that we traded to get? None of them niggas is better than Jason Kidd.
But you
None of
talking,
them niggas is
Yeah,
but
better
you
than Vince
talking about
Carter.
like,
None
but
of
you
them
talking
niggas is
you
about
better
other
talking
than
the,
Kevin
about.
Durant.
you
I
talking about
understand
other
that.
players that got drafted by other organizations that, respectfully, this day and age of era of players is way better than them 2000 niggas.
Yeah,
To
that's
keep it a
for
buck,
sure.
And I would just like
they
to
are
say
way
this,
It's
better than those
plentiful.
2000
wait,
players. Respectfully, not to no disrespect, but KD is better than damn near everyone that you named.
Brooke Lopez is still our all-time leading scorer, bro. You know how disgusting that is.
I
Brooke
don't blame that on
Lopez.
Brook though, but I just blame that on this at the time the scouting team. They should have done better on who was in the draft.
Yeah, and they
well,
didn't know what
Realistically,
they had
like
in Brook Lopez. They tried to make Brook Lopez something that he wasn't. He
bro,
wasn't
we
going to be
chose
Patrick
Derek
Ewing.
Favors in the draft that had Paul George. Like you really got to think, and we had a chance to get PG. So
Well,
the fact and
to be
Boogie,
fair, nobody knew
like
Paul George was going to be this. To be
nah, we
fair,
dodged the
bro,
bullet not
we
getting
I think it
George,
was like the
man.
seventh
We
pick or
dodged the
nah,
bullet on that
bro.
14th.
one.
If you looked at his Fresno State tape, you knew he was going to be something. I mean, he may not have been. We didn't. You probably ain't know he was going to be this, but you knew he was going to be better than Favors
But
Paul
back
but you
then.
George
said it
is
all. Fresno
hold on, wait,
State
wait, wait.
tape.
PT Paul George is went number 10 for a reason. And he's still the only player, and as of this day, he's the
The only
only
player
player in the
left
league
from that
from that
class.
draft for a reason. So I don't want to hear we didn't know PG was going to be it, because if you watched him at Fresno State, you knew he was going to be said something.
He was going to be. He. I knew he was going to
It's
be better than
Fresno
Favors back
State though.
then. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, but you
They
can't look
playing
at the
they
school
playing what the
though.
whack with BYU and shit like that. Like
That's
it's
true,
not
but you
a
can't look at the school realistically.
that's
I
the
mean,
there's
Damian Lillard went to Weber State.
but
Like,
there's a
you ain't
reason
know
why he
Dame
got
was going to
picked
be
though.
that.
Like Paul, if you redraft, right? If you redraft, you're gonna
Paul
pick
George is
Paul
going
George
one.
number one overall. There's
Yeah.
like I keep looking in this draft, like as I watch more tape on players and go see players when they're in the city, yo, there's players in this draft that make me feel like the best player in the draft is gonna get picked 10th, 11th. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about Drake Powell the other day. That
Right.
dude, like, they could do
His name been
they
coming
could
up a
do
lot,
really
PG. I
well.
ain't gonna
They've
lie to
never
you.
had this many picks for five, like in a 5 year span. In the next 5 years, they got 16 picks.
But I ain't gonna hold you to Lee's point. I might have to walk it back. I think Cooper is definitely the definitive number one pick. I don't see anybody
Ooh,
that's. I don't
LM.
see. I don't really see anybody that's.
Who?
I think it's
What
Coop. I think it's
what
Cooper.
made
Cooper
you change
Flag,
your
and I
mind?
think realistically, I don't. It could be between March where things may change,
I
but
don't think
as of
Ace and
now, I
Dylan,
think
bro.
Cooper is more
Let me finish.
polished.
Let me finish.
I don't think Ace and Dylan.
I
I
think
don't
he's
think
more
Ace and
polished.
Dylan are gonna
But
get enough
what's more
notoriety.
polished though? What is the offensive
His
game? His defensive game?
his
Defensively,
I don't.
Cooper's the
I still
best right
want.
now.
Don't get me wrong. I still want Ace. I'm not saying we should go with Cooper. I would still want Ace on this team. The only reason why
So
I think
hold on,
he's
wait,
going
wait,
number
wait.
one
How many of
is
y'all think?
because
How many of y'all think we better off with the second pick?
I
I
I
do.
I don't think by the end
I,
of this year, I don't think the same person. I don't think that like they're saying Cooper right now, but I know Duke people, and I went in a Duke Spaces the other day. Um, and they're talking about this South Sudan kid as the one that might
Kaba
carry the
Maluk.
load. Yeah,
yeah,
they're
Common
talking about
Common might be
spring
up there.
like practice since he been back. Like he tilted the floor is what they said because he wasn't there. He was in Olympics. Then he came into workouts recently, and they said he tilted the floor, like he made it unfair.
Yeah,
PT.
he gonna be a monster, but I don't know if he gonna be number one though. I think Cooper's
I'm
still
not
gonna
gonna lie to y'all, bro. Like
get that spot.
the more and more we talk about this, the more and more I got the strongest feeling we gonna end up doing what Jay said we gonna do. We might pick Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan.
No, No, wait, leave,
Right,
leave.
Yeah,
Can I just
right.
say
that's
this to you? Wait,
that's
Nah.
the
wait,
The
leave.
feeling,
Can I
more
just
more
say?
we talk about this,
and
bro,
that's why I don't
because
like
all
that's why I don't like
the thing
Cooper as the pick because
I don't
Cooper,
like that
if he
that's
was a
and
if he was a done deal offensively right now, then I'd be like, yeah, Cooper, because his defense is like that. His defense is all world. Don't get me wrong. I'm not slighting this kid at all, but you want your superstar to go out and get the last bucket. I
that's
don't
true.
see that in him. I
I
just
don't see
don't.
that
Yo,
in him
so
either.
you know what's crazy, right? Hold on, John, because you know what's crazy. Net shout out to Dylan. Nets Press just released something in terms of the scouting report team, and he said we just hired one of the scouting reporters, the scouting trainees from
Denver
Denver.
Nuggets.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
talked about that last
So
show.
yeah, so I mean, if we doing upgrades on the scouting report, you
You want
talking
to
about
scout
Denver
team,
Nuggets, and these niggas scouted. You already know the talent that they got on that team. I
right?
if
But
we if they if
they have a
we
different
To me, it's not about the scouting. It's about the
Denver
development.
guy has to find players that's gonna stay in Denver.
It's
If you
it's about the
notice, they
that's
draft
true.
development.
a
It's not.
certain
It's
type of
never been
player.
about the scouting.
Yeah,
Well,
but
well,
Leaf
well,
also
leave.
development depends on the mindset of the player too. Like you can't take that into account. Those players wanted to get better. Jokic wanted to get better. Jamal Murray wanted to get better. These aren't niggas that was just complacent and being like, all right, I'm in the league. Fuck it. Like they work to get where they at. We need players on this team that's going to work to want to be great. Work to Anthony Edwards mentality niggas that don't give a fuck about who in front of them. They hungry and they just want to kill whoever's in front. We need niggas like that here.
Of
And
course,
Ace gives me that.
all, all,
Like
all of the all of the players that
realistically.
you name, bro. Like, look where they play at. They play in fucking rectangular states, bro. It's Minnesota and Denver. You talking about niggas that's supposed to come to the Tribeca, bro, and put on and on a world stage. That's what
Well,
they. That's
I
what
mean
they
it's
asking for.
possible.
Ace plays at Rutgers.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's New Jersey, bro. How many
yeah.
TV
There's
games
a
they
lot
gonna
of
get?
Well,
ballers in
wait,
the
wait,
East,
wait,
man.
leave.
It's
Can
a
I just
lot of
say?
it is a
Wait,
lot of ballers there, y'all. I ain't
no,
gonna
There's a
wait.
lot
lie.
of
It's a
It's
lot of
ballers
New
ballers
here,
Jersey,
there.
man.
bro. But at the same time, it's New Jersey. How many times are they gonna be on TV?
They
Wait,
don't
leave.
have to be on TV. I don't
Wait,
care.
Leaf. Can I say this to you, Leaf? Like, Leaf, I
Got the
understand, man.
package.
Your
The
word,
lights,
your
bro.
word.
All I'm saying is the lights is much brighter, bro. The further you go in New York and LA. These is facts.
Yeah, but if you playing in the East Coast, like these guards that come out of the East Coast and forwards, they know what time it is. They know they're gonna get booed off the court if they don't bring their A game.
Right.
Leaf. Wait, Leaf. Can I just say this to you, Leaf? I understand, man. You have a lot of question marks with this current organization, man, through all the mistakes they've made. And like you said, the players that we've gotten through trades have been a lot better than who we've drafted. But think about this. Next year is going to be the first time in Brooklyn history, since we've come to Brooklyn, the Nets have a chance to drop a top prospect. This is historic for Brooklyn. This is something new for the fan base. Like, there's going to be a lot of buzz next year. And the fact we have a chance to pick a Ace, a Cooper, an Edgecombe, or a Harper, the Nets fan base is going to feel great about those. We have a chance for somebody. I know, but wait, Lee.
John.
Wait, no, but Lee, we have a chance for somebody to grab the mantle on his team. Right now, Thomas, it's his to grab, but next year, if he hasn't done that yet, it's their chance to grab it. That's something that all of us will be excited about. The mantle
You,
is up for grabs right now in
you,
Brooklyn.
you know what, John, bro? You know what I'm most concerned about. I'm
Hmm.
concerned about the buzz. Reason
The
why I'm concerned about
expectation.
yeah, I'm concerned about the buzz because buzz leads to expectations, and the thing is, when you leave something, it's a
And
known
they got a
fact.
rookie.
When you leave something alone, bro, and then it turn into a ball of fire, bro, then that's the best thing that ever happened, bro. When you expect something to be right away, bro, then this is where New York fans as a whole, whether it's Brooklyn or the damn Tangerines, bro, like we in for utter disappointment, bro, if we expecting shit right away.
No, it's not gonna come right away.
No,
But 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 but
it's
but
what
but
they
that's
can build in
but here's the
Brooklyn over
thing,
time.
Scott. Here's the thing. This is what comes with a number one or number two or number three pick. This is what comes with that.
Well,
This is
he
what
need.
comes with that.
But you gotta trust that those picks got the mentality to not get caught in the crossfire in terms of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
city life. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like you gotta hope that they look at if you look at Wimby, like yeah, he in butt ass San Antonio, But rather that nigga was in San Antonio or a big ass market, he already had the mentality of great. Like, yo, I'm not distracted by, I'm not in the clubs, I'm not going to no parties, I'm not doing none of that. I'm focused strictly on ball. That nigga
The,
could have been in New York and he would have had the same mentality. Like,
no,
it don't matter where you are. It just matters
no,
on the
no,
player
no,
that
no.
you
I'm
getting.
I'm a debunk that by saying this. In terms of the 18 and 19-year-olds, bro, it matters where they are. Bro, you think that, bro? You think LeBron got drafted to Cleveland by accident? You think the D Rose got drafted to Chicago by accident, bro?
That's
That's
why.
that's that's
That's
where
why
they
No,
take
Ace.
them.
that's
That's
true,
why
but
Ace
they
and Harper would be a good fit for the Nets. They
right, but
local teams. They local. They play on the college, not too far from New York City. They know the city.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? They would fit. Cooper flag
I ain't gonna
might
lie.
not
I'm not
flip.
Scott. I ain't gonna lie
Might
to
Well,
not
you.
fit.
well, Scott,
But
Scott, one
Cooper
question,
was
I ain't gonna
but
lie.
what
fake.
I'm
Just
saying is he
Scott,
will
I ain't gonna
bring.
lie to you,
He's going to
bro.
bring mad attention.
Scott,
Cooper
I ain't gonna
flag
lie
going
to
to
you,
bring
bro.
mad attention.
Scott, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. And this might be a tough take, bro. If we was back in East Rutherford, bro, I think they would be handled this easily.
Oh,
But this is New York, bro.
yeah. Well,
Let's
they
not make
know.
no mistake about it, bro.
no,
This ain't
wait,
East
Scott.
Rutherford. This ain't the Continental Airlines. This ain't the Izar Center, bro. This is Brooklyn. If you do not, bro, if you do, I'm gonna make one thing clear. If you do not show up, bro, people are gonna want your head. It's a win or else mentality here.
Well, I personally give them 2, 3 years. They
yeah,
rookies. They
Well,
rookies.
well,
I don't
Scott, I'm
expect
right.
them to be anything else.
Well, Scott, I'm glad you brought up the local connection between Harper and Ace to Rutgers and to New York. They could probably fit in very easily. I think especially Ace. Ace would be the homegrown star of the future. I'd be so excited for that. But with Cooper, when you say he might be able to handle it, Cooper's getting a lot of national coverage from everywhere right now. He just went to the Olympics to play scrimmage with the best of the best right now, and he handled it very well. That KD said, "This kid don't flinch." I'm looking at these highlights of Cooper. This guy talks so much
Well,
trash
then he's
to
ready.
these
Then
guys.
he's
I know.
ready.
No, but that's
Then
what I like about Cooper. He's got the moxie already, man. When you have
okay.
the moxie, everything else
Cooper's
will
a
develop
trash talker.
organically. Like
Like
that's no, but
he,
that's a part of what makes you a number one option is that you're fearless. I think this guy, if he's here, he'll be fearless. If it takes a year, fine. If it takes more than that, he's gonna handle it in stride and be the best he can be. I'm
I
not
It's a
think
worried
lot,
you
about
and
have
it's
to
a
talent
give
lot,
I'm
and
him.
it's
looking
a
for
anymore.
lot
for the
more
next
easier, and
players.
it's a lot more easier to sell Cooper, bro. Because
You
the
think
thing
so?
is, hell yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot more easier to sell Cooper, especially than Asian or whatchamacallit. The reason being is because look at him. It's a
Cooper's the
six,
new Caitlin Clark. He the NBA version.
basically. Yeah, he the NBA version of Caitlin Clark.
Nah, no. Caleb
Yeah,
Clark's
That's
and
what
more
they
of a
No,
gonna
and
three-point
he's just
be
like
like.
shooter.
Caitlin. He don't have to win
I like those
nothing.
comparisons
He
enough.
don't have to. He don't have to win anything. He doesn't have to like have no trophies. It's just you the best. That's it.
What?
look. As
What you?
long as we got players on here that got like strong mentalities and just focused on ball. Like I'm not saying you don't come to New York and you know what I'm saying, the lifestyle changes you. I'm not saying that, but I don't think it's necessarily on these rookies. I just think it's on the mentality. Like to at least point, you spoke on Brown and Rose. Like, yeah, they was drafted where they was at, but them niggas was nice. And realistically, they was just focused on, you know what I'm saying, ball. I'm not saying
They were
Braun wasn't in the
ballers.
nightlife,
They ain't
They were
but
have
they
no
was
business
nice.
ballers.
but
They was
focus on board.
generational
My nigga, it's
talents.
Cleveland, bro. Like you ever been to Cleveland?
They were ballers,
They
though.
said LeBron was still a generational talent. No matter where the nigga was drafted to, he was gonna ball out regardless.
Yeah, he was a
Like that's
baller.
it. It doesn't matter where he
And
was.
he's a
That nigga
special
could have went to the
person.
Knicks, and
He
he would have balled out. That's
he's
what
a
we need on this team. We need niggas that's gonna
yeah.
ball out, generational talents. Niggas that's gonna make Team USA, Olympics that represent Brooklyn at Olympics. Like we need players on this team like that.
You know what?
And
I
Cooper's
agree. You
already
saying
out
a
there
lot
with
of
them
right
Olympic
things, bro.
niggas,
And I
man.
got news for you, bro. We do not draft niggas that's all world talent. We trade for them. We get them in free agency. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all niggas for the last
So,
15
so
minutes.
Leaf, do
We
you
do
think?
not
Wait,
draft
so Leaf,
generational
wait.
talent.
So I have a
We
question for
don't.
you. Wait, Leaf. So I have a question. Do you think we get the first round draft, the first round selection next year? You think Sean's going to be tempted to trade said pick for a bag of Skittles from a team potentially? You think he's going to be that
Nah, he's saying
short-sighted?
that
No,
he's
Nah,
saying that
I mean,
no,
niggas
no, it's a
don't
good
do this
question because
well.
no.
listen, Sean Marks is an opportunist.
He,
This guy
he,
has
nah, they
he,
shown
not
he,
what
he
he's
gonna
is.
like
do
with
Yeah,
that.
the
you're right.
city
He is an
team. It's a
opportunist.
good
He is an
question.
opportunist. And the thing, and I guarantee you this: the second that players that are already in the NBA, that are already all world talents, say they want to come to another team, guess what? A lot of the niggas that's on this team and that's going to be drafted, they're going to be on a first ship smoking, bro, if they don't exceed expectations. I
Wow.
guarantee you
I
that.
don't think the Nets were really trying to push to get a free agent last year and this year. I don't really believe they knew last year
Scott, give it a
where
couple of
they
years,
at
bro.
now,
Give it a couple of years, bro. You
that
watch.
where they want.
We're gonna do the same thing that we did to Jared Allen and Karis LeVert. Give it a couple of years. You watch.
Now the only thing that would derail that is if they don't get a top 10 pick.
Right, because most of the
Right.
niggas we traded was like they wasn't number one picks or number
Right.
three
If
picks.
they
They were
get a
like
number 2 or
15,
3 pick
16.
and say another 15 or two top 15 picks, they going all out. They're going to go all
Yeah,
out
it's
with
a
their
difference
rookies.
between
That's a different
it's a difference between
Listen.
trading
scenario.
a 20th pick and then trading like a number one
Let's
pick.
let's let's
Like
let's let's
it's
let
a
it be
huge
known,
difference.
bro. We trade Stephon Marbury, who was
I
in the league.
understand that. That
We
was
traded Stephon
that was
Marbury
a
for
different
Jason
owner.
Kidd, who was already an all-time great.
It's a different owner,
We
but that
traded
was
Kenyon
also
Martin,
not
who
in
we
Brooklyn.
we
They
traded. We
they
got rid of
wanted to
Kenyon
trade
Martin,
him
who we
though.
drafted, and picked up Vince Carter, bro, who was already at elite
In
status
order
during
for
that
the
time.
Nets, in order for the Nets to survive here in New York City, they have to put out talent. They got the Knicks
Right.
here
And we don't do that in the
who
draft.
puts out garbage and still get ticket sales.
Right.
I
The
mean,
Nets
Like
can't afford
it's
to
gonna
do
take a
that.
balance. It's
The
gonna take
Nets
a
can't
balanced
afford to do
effort.
that.
It's gonna
The
take utilize.
taxes, the
Yeah.
taxes are the same. They paying the same taxes.
It's Scott. It's going to take a balanced effort. It's going to take draft. It's going to take how you utilize free agency. Don't give one player $40 million to be on the team if they're going to be injured. We can't do that again.
Yeah,
We
no,
have to be smart
The
about who
Nets
you pay.
organization don't have that umbrella like when they was in Jersey. Jersey paid them to stay there,
Mm.
literally.
yeah.
They don't have that luxury here.
Right. It's
They
the
don't have
right
that
it's the
luxury
right
here.
pick.
It's
It's
either
the
they
right
gonna
players.
put out good product, or they won't be playing at the Barclays Center.
We just need our own version of Paulo or Edwards or Brunson, whoever. We need somebody,
The
people of that caliber here.
You
yeah,
know what? I'm gonna
Like,
tell y'all this, bro. All of the players that are top 10 players right now in the league, that's on different teams and on other teams. Don't be surprised if one of them niggas is on our team in the next 5 years.
Ooh.
5 years. I think it's sooner.
obvious.
Wait.
Mm.
Wait, give us a name. Who do you think would want to jump ship to Brooklyn to play with an Acer Cooper in a few years? Which star you think is feeling that potentially?
Scott, SGA. He
20.
reunited with
SGA?
his Olympic
No,
coach.
SGA is about the thing is, it's not gonna be about the money who that gets signed, because the contract is gonna be getting traded away at some point. They just gonna take maybe like the second to third of the last year, bro, to get traded. I'm telling you right now, bro. Somebody in the top five players, somebody, one of the top five players in the world right now is going to end up over here, bro, in the next 3 to 5 years, bro. I
But bro, the thing
guarantee you.
is, we gonna have to get like some good players and look good, and the system gotta look good, and the team gotta look
How did
good.
we get Kevin Durant and Kyrie?
I'm telling you, the system and the team looked good, and it was a good place for him to go.
That's what I
Right.
mean.
And they had two spots
That
open
would
for
be
them
true,
niggas, though.
but the
So, I
thing
mean,
is, we
You
didn't get
know,
Kevin Durant and Kyrie that way. They just came on their own merit and set up shop.
what do you think
Like
about Julius Randle
we
to the
traded
Nets?
Jared Allen and Karis LeVert for
man,
James Harden.
Yeah, that
That's
backfired
at the
epically.
time that was
De,
a rob.
DeAndre Ayton. Yeah.
Oh man, no, wait, DeAndre Jordan, man, that was a failure. We brought him on for nothing. $40 million down the drain.
That was just because
That's because
those were
Kevin
just they
Durant
were
wanted
free
him.
Buzz
agency
wanted
That's
him.
signings though.
because
That
Kevin
wasn't
Durant wanted him.
necessarily trades. In
Well,
terms of
they're
KD and
not going.
Kyrie. So I mean,
Or
Some will
Julius Randle.
argue.
Julius Randle is a free agent after this season.
I've heard about Randall, but I just don't see how he fits the timeline. He's much older. He's got his own injury history coming up. I think he might be on a championship team. I don't know if he's gonna fit on our team
I
though.
mean, that means Clowney got to come off the bench for real.
Ooh, good point,
'Cause
LM. Good
that
point.
that would probably, I don't know if that stunts his
That
development,
might
but I
that
mean,
might benefit him though.
I mean, don't count out De'Aaron
probably.
Fox. If the Kings don't make a big jump, Fox would be a good guard on this team,
Because
man.
this
He's
season
been
going to be brutal
good
for
on this
him.
team.
They're going to try. They're going to test him.
All
It's
right,
gonna be brutal
this
for
is a
a
wild
lot of
card
them.
name, but what do you think about John Morant, man? I mean, I know he's on Memphis, he's their guy, but think about this: Claxton,
I could
that's his
definitely see him
guy.
in Brooklyn.
Zaire Williams, that's his
The
guy. If
only
those two are still on this team in 2 years, anything's possible
the
with John
only
Morant.
reason why
You just
I
got to
don't
get
have
the
much
drill rappers
pushback
to
to
talk to him. Get
Wait,
Chef
what,
G to
the
Jay?
do
only
that.
reason why I don't have much pushback against Leaf comment on some players maybe coming here is I'm not even gonna hold you. I thought Damian Lillard was gonna be in Portland his entire career, and they traded that man. I mean, and the NBA is a weird landscape. Like it changes every year. Things can happen that you never thought would happen in a million years. Like
Right.
KD going to Golden State, that was
Yo,
unexpected.
y'all
Like
see Steph
nobody
about to
knew
go
that was
to the
going to
Lakers,
happen.
right?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think that was just like people spreading rumors.
It, it could
But
be.
who
It
knows?
could
It
be.
could
Yo,
I
don't
saw
be
happen.
some shit.
surprised if Curry
I
goes
saw
to
some
LA,
shit.
man, for
I saw
LeBron.
some
Don't be
shit
It could
earlier.
surprised.
happen.
Yo,
Weirder
hold
things
up.
have happened. You never know.
Look, I saw some earlier that said a Warriors insider in the locker room let it slip that Steph said that he was only still there because of the three, him, Clay, and Draymond. Since they traded Clay, he don't believe in the team no more for real. And
Ooh.
that he talked to Coach Kerr already, and Kerr gave him his blessing to leave.
Wow.
But I
And
think
and
Steph
hold up,
also
hold up.
said he was like,
And if you look at his bio on Instagram, he took out Warriors guard and just put Olympic medalist.
Wow.
I think they said I think he said he didn't want to be like one of the bottom feeder teams too, like in a few years. So he might be wanting to contend.
But he want to go play with
Depend.
LeBron
He
after
gonna have to
playing with
hurry up, though.
No, I'm just saying after playing with LeBron in the joint, he see the passes. He's like, yeah, I want to play with LeBron.
No,
He gonna have to
imagine
hurry up
this.
though,
No,
because
wait.
Braun only got 2 years left.
Here's a crazy storyline. Imagine the Warriors bottom out season. Lakers are somewhere like 4 or 5. Trade deadline. Curry goes to the Lakers, man, next year. That would be nuts. Imagine that.
Right.
Curry, LeBron, AD. Whoo.
And Bronny,
Oh, Bron, yeah, can't count out Bronny, man.
can't forget Bronny.
Now that would be a
You know
fun
who I really
storyline.
you know who I really think. I don't know if he's gonna be in next draft or the 2026, but yo, if we can get Cayenne Anthony here, I really feel like that will be like a match made
I
in
heard
heaven.
I I like
Yeah,
Like
Cayenne,
but
but
he's
I heard
not
he let
good
niggas
though.
down in Gersh. I heard he went out
that's
to
He
Gersh
true.
and let niggas down.
he's better. He's better than Bronny, but he's not good. Like I watch him. I watch so much games with him in it.
He a
Yeah,
Chuck in
Cayenne
he a
look
Chuck
he
in
looked
like his
nice
pops.
for
So
sure, for
put it this
sure.
way: there's a big difference between the two.
Mm. I saw AJ at Rutgers.
Like,
I think it was yesterday. Um, they was
yeah,
playing
he
at
was there. He
Rutgers.
was there yesterday.
Yeah, that boy is
Yep.
cold, man.
He's playing over the
That
weekend too,
boy
I
is
think.
cold.
Did
Nah,
you guys see Edgecombe at
I ain't
the
even
Damian
know
Lillard Summer
Cayenne was
League?
gonna
That was
be at
fun.
Gersh. I just seen mad
I
people
saw
on
that.
Facebook. I saw
Yeah, that was
mad
good,
people on
Scott.
Facebook and
Yeah.
Instagram saying, Cayenne, why you fucked up the game? It's your fault we lost. I was like, damn, it's a lot of Cayenne hate going on right
Yeah,
now.
nah, I feel bad for him because who his dad is. They think he's that. He's not that. He's a good high school player. He gets his occasional few points here and there, but he's not a freakish athlete. He he's the product of money and upbringing. But there's
And
Oh,
nothing.
kids getting the train around all of the top players for their whole life. Of course they're gonna be good.
Yeah, he's fundamentally good. He just doesn't. I'm put it this way: watch any Long Island Lutheran game, and you'll see how much even in games that Tyen had lots of points. VJ will play like two quarters, and then the team will be up so much. The other people will come in. He'll still have the most points on the game.
Yo, Jay, bro. I'm gonna have to take I'm gonna have to take Jay advice, bro. It seemed like we might, bro. That's what a lot of shit is pointing to. I
What
got a
happened?
bad.
You might just what?
We
Wait,
might
what's your
draft
league?
Sam Bowie over
Oh,
Michael Jordan, bro. I ain't gonna
No,
lie.
no, leave,
I
leave.
hope
I
That's
think
what
not.
it
the Nets
seemed
are going to
like,
make
G.
a
Nah.
calculated, smart
Like
move. If it's Ace
I'm
Cooper,
bro.
we're good.
Listen, it's something gotta give, bro. Like this front office is fucking bad. They gotta go.
I
It
told
like
you we should get
I think it
Sean out
depends on the
next year,
pick though,
man.
Leaf.
Let him
I think it
finish the
depends on
show
where you
rebuild,
fall at.
and
show
that's it
me who.
after that.
Listen, it's a common knowledge, bro. You know the phrase "show me who your friends are, I'll show you who you are." Well, in the NBA, bro, show me who you GM, I'll show you why you losing.
I think it
Yo, did
depends
you?
on the pick though, Leaf. I think it depends on where you at.
I don't
If
even
you got
think
Yeah,
it
one, two, or
depends on the
three, you
pick,
can't go
bro.
wrong.
I think it do.
Somehow whoever we get, bro, we are going to ruin them.
but yo,
Nah,
Lee,
if they don't pick,
what's
I
making
don't
you
think that's
feel
gonna
that way
happen.
right now, though? What made you feel that they're gonna draft somebody bad?
I just had to think of the history, bro, of this franchise. Don't get me wrong, Buck Williams, Derek Coleman, Kenyon Martin, bro, they put on while they was here. Let's let one thing be known, bro. The thing is that none of them niggas, Brooke Lopez, Derek Favors, none of them niggas are better than the talent that we traded for or that we got out of free agency.
I
We don't
understand that, but
like
that was the
in
goal,
terms of
though. You understand? We only been in Brooklyn 10 years. This is our
But
11th year coming.
but let me ask you this
The
question, Lee.
goal was always the goal never was to use draft picks, not for Billy King, and Sean Marks didn't have any. So they did what they could for that era. I believe strongly they learned a lesson from it. If
But
Sean Marks didn't learn a lesson, then we deserve what we get.
You
You know what
know
I'm
what?
saying? He need
what moves have they made currently to make you think that? Because what do
I
you think?
mean,
The draft picks that they've been getting recently haven't been bad, and
yeah, the
no, no,
Jared
no. Yeah,
Allen.
if they
nah,
got
nah.
a chance at better talent, why you don't think they would pick a better talent?
But because of the expectations, that's why, bro. Like, let's be real, bro. Cam Thomas don't have no expectations at the number 27. Claxton don't have no expectations as a second round pick.
yeah, but you still gotta
Clowney don't
find
have no
that
But
play,
that's
expectation
all a
though.
at
product of
21.
a
Most of the
product of Billy King.
And
most
that's
of the
That's
draft
not
in
on Sean
general
Marks.
doesn't make the league. Most of the draft does not make the league. Look at Paul George's draft. We just was talking about it. Then nobody from that draft is still in the league. I,
Exactly.
this is
Um,
this is this is a different opportunity for them. It's
I
a
mean, you look
different
at the guys that
opportunity.
were
They've
drafted over
never had
Cam. They're
that.
on the team now. The guys drafted over Cam are on our team now
Yeah,
because they played too well.
all the niggas that was drafted over Cam is on our team except for Kai Jones. This shit is
Yo!
crazy. This shit is wild to me. I'm like, bro, we literally
It's a
picking up
reunion
niggas
special.
on 1 year deals, bro,
but
that
but
got
that
But
drafted before
but that
Cam, and
go to
they not
show
better
but
than
you.
that's my
him.
point that I
That's
keep
that go to
trying to
show
ask
you.
you
Yeah, that go to show you
that
that
they are picking good talent,
right.
and
You
why wouldn't you expect them to do that if they
if a
get a
team
chance?
picked them and they on our team 2 3 years later, that's telling you that even if you have the number one, there's no guarantee. Now you can have one, two, three, four, and all of them can be bust.
No, you're not wrong, Scott. But this
Right.
upcoming draft, man, there's a lot of 6 foot and over guys with many different skill sets at point, forward, small forward, center. I mean, this is gonna, and we have
But
6 picks.
look,
Nets
but
have an
look, but
opportunity
look at
to
But
it.
fit
Look at the
right in
guys
over
that
with the
came
there.
over
Reds,
to our team. Look at the guys that came over to. They are 3-and-D guys.
We have too many 3 and D guys, though, Scott. We're
Yeah, but
putting so many wings. It's
I'm
horrible.
saying they were top
Them
10
niggas are
picks.
not 3-and-D guys. They are
They
cast offs. No,
they
they
were
really
top 10 picks though. They were top 10 picks.
Who you talking about,
and that's
Zaire?
all they
Yeah.
got to their name. They top 10 picks and they were cast offs. They've been in the league just as long as Cam Thomas, and Cam Thomas, who had no role last year, bro, who kept getting DMPs, still proving to
Not
GMs and
not
head
last
coaches that
year.
he could put up
but
20
leave. You gotta
points.
understand. You
Last
gotta
year he had
understand.
30.
Cam compared to Zaire is different. Realistically, Zaire jobs damn near the attraction of that team. But Cam, we traded the people that was making us the most money here. Realistically, Cam had a chance to start and show what he can do, averaging 22 points per game as
Exactly.
compared to a Zaire who was
Exactly.
coming off the bench and, Ja, Desmond Bain, Jaron Jackson Jr. There really was no place for him there. He
Yeah,
had no
I mean, I
role.
think
And
Zaire
you know
didn't get
what,
a fair shake,
and you
really,
absolutely
before
right.
the
And
start.
I'm about to navigate the conversation in a second, bro, to some shit that Kenyon Martin said. But you absolutely right. The thing is that I feel as though, bro, like we're filling up this roster basically with them 1 year contracts with Killian Hayes, Zaire, and some other nigga that was out of the draft. And we are messing around and got everybody but Kai Jones, who I said we should have got, bro, like who was also in that draft. Well, I don't know why we ain't just get him while we was at it, bro. So the thing is, realistically, bro, like I know what the front office wants this team to do. I understand it. My problem is that the expectations is gonna get way too high, bro. At the end of the day, but you go look at the picks that was in New Jersey. I didn't even mention Keith Van Horn, who in his first 3 years was averaging 20 and 8,
Yeah, but he was
and
a
then he
Sixer
got
pick.
overwhelmed.
He was a Sixer pick though, and he was a Mormon. He went on a Mormon preaching before he started playing in the NBA. He fucked up his career.
Right. But his 20 and 8 was valid on the Nets in his first 3 years. My
Yeah.
point, the point I'm trying to make is this, bro. Now that we are squarely in the market, bro. The thing is, like, I think that this CBA is forcing us to basically go away from what we was doing in the past, which was getting free agents and getting trades and getting big players out of free agencies and trades and shit like that.
No,
It's
you
forcing us to not do that anymore. Because if you look at the contracts that some of these niggas are signing, guess what? They free agents one day, then the next minute they sign a 5 year deal for $280 something million. Then they ain't the
believe.
free agents no more.
Leave,
Laurie
leave,
Markkinen was a perfect example.
leave,
Donovan Mitchell was a perfect example. The second that we seen him sign an extension, we was like, hey, so much for that shit.
leave. If you signed KD and Kyrie, they force you to make a trade to get Harden, and then you got to liquidate all of them, right? You think you coming into the same mindset as you had when you signed those guys? That shit looks good from when you looking at it from 50,000 feet. But when you got dudes who want to control the locker room, who want to pick who cooks, who's the chef at the motherfucking team training office, like all that shit is hard to do with established superstars. If you've gone through that and now in a new opportunity you have 16 draft picks over the next 5 years, your mindset is completely different. You're not you would have to be a complete fool to do that same thing over again,
So
especially in this era under this
I
CBA.
mean,
I
the
got a
only thing is
2 part
Brooklyn's
question.
done it twice already. Third time the
I got a
charm.
2 part question, bro. Out of them 16 draft picks, I got a 2 part question. How many of them do you think that we're going to draft? And how many of them that you think we're going to trade and then somebody is going to draft and end up being a superstar out of it?
It's a good question.
That's
I
bad
think.
mind. Why even put bad mind on it like that? That's
I
not
mean,
fair.
I would
You
like to
know
say
why,
four to
bro? Because
five,
I'm a bad
maybe at
luck
most.
kind of nigga, bro. And whatever can go wrong will go wrong. I had a
Nah.
bad feeling about this shit, bro. Jay had put it in the air, bro. Like he said, yo, we could mess around and draft Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan, and now I fucking believe it, bro.
But we didn't do that. It wasn't us that did that. One and two. This is a different time. Every are we not watching Minnesota? Minnesota and the Knicks have the two worst records since the 2000s started. This millennium, this 25 years, they have the worst records, right? But right now they up. Right?
And right
Minnesota
now
built
they
this
up.
team. Minnesota built their team the right way. They waited. They got Ant. Their record would tell you they would never get an Ant, but they did. Their record would tell you that Cat was a bust, but they stuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And now look at them. They're a team that could challenge in the West.
They
That's
are a
that,
team that could challenge the West,
Hold
but
on, y'all. Hold on. I just got back. I want to say shout out to y'all for holding it down, but we had Cap in the back, and we had LM in the back, I believe. They definitely was waiting for like 15 minutes till I got back. Shout out to them. Shout out to y'all. I just and Cap kind of. I mean, Cap looked like he want to rebuttal some of the stuff y'all got going on. So I want to give him a chance to say how he feel about it. But shout out to y'all. Go ahead, Cap. We listening.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you.
Okay. I did just say, get the fuck out of here with all that negative Nelly shit about, oh, we didn't do this and that. Then fuck it. Join another team. If you got a bad feeling, then get the fuck out. Because right now, we got to focus on losing. We already focusing on tanking and developing. And that's what we should be focused on. If you think that, oh, we're gonna pick the wrong nigga, then fuck it. You the wrong nigga. That's what I'm saying. It's time to go forward and be positive. You know what
That's
I mean? You
hilarious.
can't compare people picks Levert Levert with his freaking college injuries and Jared Allen picked 20. If you can't compare trading them to lottery picks not working out. Come on, that's crazy. So you can't do that. Now, because I come from the era of way before, I come from the era of way before where we talking about Derek Coleman and Chris Morris and Kenny Anderson and then trading after these guys have established themselves, then trading for Drazen Petrovic. Now, if Drazen Petrovic had never been killed, we might have been talking about a whole different team. But
That's a
100.
fact.
that's the shit
That's a fact.
along. But
I
I'm
heard that
saying,
shit 10 minutes
so
ago.
so
But go
so
ahead.
so with that
I
said,
said the same thing. Yeah, true.
I'm just saying you got to get talent and you got to get this young talent. It's controllable talent. It's low salaries and everything. Stop thinking about trading for the next nigga. Stop. That's my
It's,
piece.
it's it's not that I'm thinking about trading for the next nigga. It's that I know if this front office is still intact and these niggas still got jobs, I know that for a fact that
That's not a
there's a
fact,
strong
bro. That's your
possibility that's
opinion.
gonna
That's your,
happen.
but bro,
Nah.
it's still an opinion, bro. And again, my thing is,
Why
bro,
should
we
I
get that.
trust these niggas, bro?
Listen. I'm not asking you to trust them, but at the end of the day, you still viewing it from we gonna go to the free agency direction. You're not acknowledging like you having this content, but you're not acknowledging that we got a new head coach. You're not acknowledging all of the new thing that's happening. You still having your opinion without acknowledging the things that's actually happening, bro.
He
So at
not
the end of the
acknowledging what
day,
Joe Sa said. Joe Sa, out with his own
I'm
words, said,
definitely
"Yo, we
not
gotta
acknowledging
try.
what Joe Tsai said.
We gotta try something different. We gotta
I'm
try some. You gotta
definitely
give him
not.
But you
credit
know
when he
what?
say the right things.
I
You
mean,
know what
they've
I'm
been going
saying? The
back and
man
forth
cuts
with the
the check.
comments, so.
The man
But you know
cuts the
what?
check.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong
bro,
with.
let him finish, bro. He ain't get a word out. Go ahead, PT.
Go
Yo,
ahead.
the man cuts the check. Paid salary cap out the wazoo. Didn't get out the second round. He didn't panic. He didn't lose his mind. He stuck with the same crew going. Maybe there's some behind
Man,
the
I
scenes
don't give
shit
a
that we
fuck.
don't
He
know
getting
about.
paid. Fuck him.
But the point being, he with his own mouth said, we gotta do it a different way. We gotta build it from the ground up. With his own words, before any trade
That's a
happened, Mikhail was
point.
still on the team. He was the first one to come out and say it. So Leaf, you could look at that and say, this is a
Sound like
team
a
that
lying
recognized
ass
what they
nigga to
did
me.
wrong
But
and
that's the
fixed
negative
it up.
shit that L is talking about, bro. That's the negative shit that Cap is talking about, bro. Anything you see going against what you say, you call it a lie or something else. But at the end of the day, nobody's giving credit to what they did in the past. We all agree with that. But to pretend like we were successful with what we did in the past, and that's why it's good business for Josiah to keep with the same thing, it shows it's a lie. Why you think is he a new owner in the first place? Because of the way they were doing it was wrong. And as a matter of fact, when you look at the owners and how they were doing things, we were restarting with free agents every time. If we do it this way and with the draft, bro, I see success. I'm more confident because of what I just said, not because I'm just an optimistic fan like y'all like to say. I actually articulate the game, bro.
All
Stop
right,
it.
here's one thing I'd like
Man,
to address.
I can't
Here's
wait
one
till
thing I'd
this
like
shit
to
blow
address,
up.
and
I
one of the
swear to
things I'd
God.
like to address is that there's been a shift because like with the salary cap and all that, it's clear that the league no longer wants teams to go around buying talent. They
Right.
they do want this more organic way. And
Hmm.
that's why the salary caps are the way they are and everything now. It's like you need to do it organically. Now they still don't want, a lot of teams to tank, like especially good teams, like where they tank, like the way the San Antonio Spurs. Oh, let's Admirals out. Let's tank and get Duncan. They don't want us to
like
do it that way,
Dallas.
but still, they want them to do it organically.
And every
We're
time them
finally
niggas
doing
tank,
it
they
that
got
Yeah,
to
but
way,
get it.
and there's only one thing.
that big three era is over. That shit is done.
Yeah, exactly.
Niggas
And
is
there's
not
only
doing
one
that shit
thing
no
that
more.
I don't trust Marks on. And the one thing that I don't trust Marks on, where he's gonna have to prove it to me, is not so much he's a great drafter in the 20s and in the teens and stuff like that. But the thing that I don't trust about him is this
Trades.
freaking no,
Gods, small
this
ball.
freaking loyalty to this
His
old
job.
bullshit ass European style basketball. That's what I don't trust. It's like if you close your eyes and you look at all the coaches under Marks, they all coach the same fucking way. Now I'm saying if we get some stud big man or
That's the
something,
league, though.
no,
Cap.
I'm saying it is the league, but I'm saying it is the league, but that can change. That could change as soon as somebody who plays differently wins. That's what I'm saying.
Kenny, just to put it out there, Kenny Atkinson, bro. Like I personally think Kenny Atkinson's style of coaching doesn't even compare to all the rest of the European styles and all of that, bro. I personally think Kenny Atkinson was a damn good coach, and man, he turned motherfucking chicken shit into chicken salad when he was
Yeah,
over here.
I
So
mean, I mean that's the problem with the coaching last few seasons is that guys haven't been playing in position. To Cap's point, guys were playing out of position. I mean, wasn't Bruce Brown once our small ball center? They actually tried him at center at one point. Like we need to get guys in their right positions to have successful basketball. You can't just have a guy play a position he's not good at.
And
I
I'm
mean,
telling
didn't Tony
and I'm
Finch
telling
say
you,
that's
that?
you
also
could
a fact.
win. You could win with playing guys in the right positions. You could win by fighting through picks and being tougher. That's what I'm saying. But the problem is some of the teams, because of what Golden State did and all of that stuff, then everybody did this copycat thing. But look, only one team's really won like that. So and that's Golden State. Nobody else has really won like that, but they
Right.
just are copycats, and they're unimaginative, and they want all of these guys to play this fucking way. And that's what's crazy about it is because if you're a guy who could get 20 and 10 on the block and nobody could stop you, I understand the rule change, like with the 5-second Barkley back down rule, but it hasn't changed that much that you should be able to have your back to the basket, turn around, and dunk on a motherfucker. And if you can't
Yeah,
do
you
that, that's
absolutely right.
crazy.
Yo,
You
just
absolutely right.
to
You absolutely
answer the
right.
earlier thing, here's what Joe Sa said, and here's his quote. Joe Sa, I want to build a winning mentality and culture that's sustainable. Those two are very different things.
I don't
If you just
believe you.
want to be win now, you could
See to
ruin your
believe it.
future by trading away all your assets. You heard that,
That's a
Leaf?
fact.
If you just want to
Talk
win
to him.
now, you could ruin your future by trading away all of your assets.
I got a question. When
That's
did he
what
But
say
I,
Tony
that? When?
but
Side
what
did
I,
though.
I
That's
got
what
a
he
question,
did.
PT. I
hold
got a
on.
question, PT. When did he
Think
say
what I
that though?
want to do with the Brooklyn Nets is take a longer term approach and build a sustainable winning culture. They realize they fucked up. Every team in the NBA would have traded would have signed KD and Kyrie and traded for Harden if he wanted to come.
Hmm.
Every team, all 30 teams would do it. They
How?
learn from it. They learn from it. They going in another direction. You don't
Not
even
that
gotta
Harden
have
shit.
all that.
Somebody was
All
horrible.
they
How?
going in another
Yeah.
direction.
I mean,
First,
they
first
jumped
off,
the
first
boat
off, to
on that.
rebuttal that bullshit that came out of his mouth or that he wrote, just whatever, and
That was a
whatever he
quote.
wrote it was a quote. To rebuttal that bullshit. First and foremost, twice in this damn stream, bro, the Drazen Petrovic acid that got brought up, and not one time that Kevin Durant's foot on the line got brought up, bro. I think that's kind of
Ooh,
crazy. So that's number
that's a
one. Number
heartbreaker,
two,
bro.
number two, bro. Like, the reason why I don't believe that bullshit, bro? Because the CBA only lasts for a couple of more years and it could change. He only saying that shit and he only believing that shit is because of the way the CBA is built right now, bro.
Yo,
I
that's highly
guarantee you by the
negative.
time the next CBA show up, bro, and the shit switch from this
from this shit
We
right
can't
here to
guarantee
go
that.
back to some crazy shit to
Yo,
where
that
you
is
gotta
Archie
pull
Bunker
in free agency.
negative.
Hold on. To where you gotta pull in free agency and pull in trades and shit. I guarantee you they're gonna go back to the same bullshit that they went back to, bro.
Bro,
Like
but
when
hold on,
when
you
they first got
predicted
here.
he hold on, he talking about how to win now. You talking about what the CBA might do. So why should we give you credit for what he's saying?
Why
Right.
should y'all give
Over
him
what the
credit, bro?
owner
Over what
said.
I'm saying, bro? Because he failed.
The
He
owner
He talking
said
failed
about
us.
they
bro,
learned the
he talk
lesson. Let's see if they're gonna do it. Like
listen, hold on, listen. I want to say this. And again, this is not to say that it's the same thing. But we seen OKC rise and fall. We see them get to the finals, see didn't work, but they went back to the rebuild. So case in point is this what teams do. But they did it in a way where they
They didn't have no
understood the
choice,
process.
Breeze.
Bro, it's not about them having a choice. It's about the process and respecting the process. Bro, every team is not going to compete for a championship every year because that would be skipping the process. When the Warriors, before they started winning, they were losing before they started winning. Y'all act like soon as a rookie
Hey,
Steph Curry came in the league
for like a
and that
decade.
happened,
Steph's a
bro.
lottery
Like,
pick.
bro,
Thompson's a lottery pick.
Right, but they
the
wasn't
point
winning
is
right away with Steph.
the point is when you building a franchise with a winning culture, it don't happen in one season. And again, for us to go for free
True.
agents for that to happen when they think in business, like y'all talking about the CBA in these conversations, you don't think these players is thinking business too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So sometimes the commitment and the morale is different when it's drafted players and free agent players
that's right.
because
And
the business
Curry
of
six pick,
basketball.
Breezy, let
That's
me
a
say
fact. That's a
Calais
Hold
fact.
seventh
on.
pick.
Hold on. I just want to land a plane saying this. The business of basketball sometimes get in the way of that. And we in a situation we could build the culture before, I won't say before the business, but we could build the culture with the business of basketball so everybody wins opposed to just the franchise or the player.
and what
That's a
I
great,
would
that's a
add to
great
that
point.
is, listen, if what's the name would have won, if the Minnesota Timberwolves would have won and moved on, everybody would be getting two big men.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
It's a copycat
Yeah.
type of
That's a
Copycat
fact.
league
It
for
is a
sure.
copycat league, but the thing is, it's damn hard to copycat Steph, my nigga. Like I mean, shit, that shit ain't easy to copycat, bro. Like, cause the thing is, I think his impact on the game is his and his alone.
And let's be
And
real
not
though,
only
but
is
let's
Steph
be real. While you say that about Steph, he wouldn't have beat LeBron them last two times without Durant. They got a gift.
Oh,
I don't know about
Yeah,
that, man.
I don't
LeBron
know
been
about
What?
that,
LeBron.
Lee.
Who was the Finals MVP? KD, two
KD.
KD,
years in a
yeah,
row.
I
Right,
know that,
Curry did
right.
win
but
a
I mean, but
championship twice without
but
KD. Remember
hold on.
that?
It's a lot of context being left out. We all know LeBron is trash enough to lose against teams that play with cohesion. The San Antonio Spurs proved it. The Dallas Mavericks proved it. Bro, plenty of other teams proved it in the past. So the one thing I can say about the Golden State Warriors, bro, is that they had cohesion and they executed. Everybody just sees Steph and Clay hitting the threes. What they don't see, bro, is the way them shits is set up. They don't see
Right.
how them plays are set up. They
They
don't see
don't.
how they run their defense. They
The
don't see
word you're
how
looking for
Bogut
is continuity.
Oh,
they don't
I
see the
see how
real
they won.
continuity in their
Yeah, I
entire
saw it.
lineup, bro.
They peeled
That's
I
off.
that's
They
what they
saw it.
peeled
don't
off that
see.
ex Nick, right? Then they shake off the cobwebs from David Lee, and David
Yep.
Lee was saving their
Yeah.
ass in the
Yep.
first
Yep.
finals, right?
Yep.
And then the other cat that came from Indiana, the tough kid.
David West.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. The bullshit is people only see the surface. They only see the threes. And that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, basketball is still going to be basketball at the end of the day. But
Yo,
you got
Bogut
to
was important
dictate
to
the
that
style.
team.
You got to dictate the style because you know why this whole thing is set up like this Euro style. And I'm not saying, and what's the name? And what's his name? Atkinson is a disciple from D'Antoni. D'Antoni brought that shit over from coaching in Italy, right?
And
But
Bud
That's a
Holster.
fact. That's a
you
fact.
know
Bud
why it's
Holster do
like
that
this?
shit
You know
too.
why it's like this? Because the reason that it's like this is, saying to be point blank, is it's a more relatable game to white casual fans.
Yep.
And that's what it is. And the
That's
thing
true.
is, like, oh yeah, I can sit in my backyard and pretend I'm Steph Curry shooting threes, but I can't dunk that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. I
it's a
mean,
more relatable game
you
like that.
you
And that's
absolutely
what I'm
right.
saying.
I think our the American style of basketball was mostly played in the '90s.
where you dumped the ball down to your big man and you went to work, bro. You just used brute strength and physicality, bro. Like it was just that was the big man era. Even Jordan
That
was
used to
going
be the
back to the
former
yeah.
way.
Don't
Even
forget. Don't
Jordan was
forget in
getting
the
most of his
'80s.
money in the paint.
Don't forget in
Huh?
the '80s and stuff. That's remember that Patrick Ewing was drafted in the '80s. Remember Elijah Wan was drafted in the '80s. Brad Daugherty was drafted in the '80s. So all of these guys who were the top picks and stuff, you know, what I'm saying they played basketball. And I'm not saying it's just a better way of winning. But what I'm saying is when you marry yourself to all of this European bullshit, that's why casual fans don't really know the game. And that's what I'm saying. All they see is highlights of threes. That's it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you really want to see where basketball was really about, go rewatch the Olympics this year, bro. A lot of teams played a whole lot differently than how they play in the NBA. The Olympic game is absolutely shitted on the NBA game this entire summer, and it only took a summer for a lot of people to realize it, brother. But
You see how effective KD is in the Olympic game, that Euro
Mm.
game.
But
oh yeah, very effective.
He's
but
unstoppable.
Lee,
But you
to
know what
your
else
to your
though? Let's keep it real because let's keep it a buck because I like I said I got to go to those games courtesy of Josiah and the what is it and the BK block and stuff. I got a chance to go to those two games that we got swept in Boston, and part of that is KD didn't like that physicality. When they started bringing him the physicality shit, KD
Yep.
got shut down. And I'm like, so
Yep.
he could talk all that shit about, yeah, I got this and that, you know. So I'm definitely down with Schroeder. He is weak because if you get to your spots, you are the most incredible shooter that we could see. But I'm saying, but that's why your ass wouldn't be doing what you was doing in the '80s or the mid '90s because they would have took your skinny ass and they would have turned you into Brad
They would have
Kelly.
pushed you away from that spot.
Exactly.
They would have pushed you away from that spot
but
and
Lee,
so easily.
to your point, right? About the teams about these different teams. I think realistically, in the league where it's most more ISO heavy, but realistically, the last team I feel like that somehow played with some cohesion was that 2013 Spurs team. Like them niggas
I
wasn't
mean,
really
you talking about
ISO heavy.
2014?
2014, yeah, that 2014
Yeah,
team. Them niggas wasn't ISO heavy. That team played with a lot of
that team played
cohesion
with a lot of
and
cohesion, bro.
a lot of cohesion. They wasn't ISO heavy. Tim always
And
got
what's
his
the safety net?
25, but
And what's the safety net? They got Tim Duncan and nobody else did, right?
right.
No.
Good
That wasn't.
point.
I don't think that was the safe. They had a 37-year-old Tim Duncan. That don't count. I mean, like if they would have had like a 20-something-year-old Tim Duncan, I would agree with you. But they had Tim
Yeah, they
Duncan.
still had
Tim,
Tony. They still had
yeah,
Manu, Boris Diaw,
Tim
like
Duncan,
Patty Mills.
Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan. They were all over the age of 34.
It
Like,
doesn't matter when you know how to play, though.
no,
It's how the pizza
it
spit.
doesn't. But at the same time, I think the value of them as individuals decreased, bro. That's one of the reasons why they played the way they played as a team. That's one of the way they
Well,
like,
Lee,
bro. If you go
that's how
look
you
at the
bring
hold on,
And there
wait,
was
wait, wait.
personalities
no
together, though.
ego on
If you
that
go look
team
at Tim
either.
Duncan, if you go look at Tim Duncan and back in the early 2000s, bro, you gave him the ball, bro. 9 times out of 10, that was the play. They lived off of defense. That's
And
what
one
they lived off of
okay,
defense back then.
okay,
And there was no
and one of the
ego on
things I
that
want to
team
say,
either.
and what I
Good
just
point,
heard someone
LM.
say about the Olympics when they said it was exposing the USA game. Part of the thing that it was exposing, and that's what KD is getting wrong, is that I mean what Dennis was trying to talk about, what Dennis Schrader was trying to talk about is it's not so much what it is with the US guys is they're growing up, they're being 12 years old. I mean, I had a dude, I teach, and I had a dude in my high school that's like 6'4", and he's shooting threes and he's missing. I'm like, why the fuck is your big ass fucking out there shooting threes? Go under the basket. And I'm saying that mentality, the AAU mentality, they don't make big men anymore. They don't do that. They're not skilled. And that's the problem. The guys in Europe, the guys in the other countries are getting better coaching because they're making them good all around players, but they're not just saying, "Oh, we want you to be a whatever kind of 3-point shooting for. We want you to be this type of center. Stop. That's the problem. They're not learning how to play
You know
basketball.
what it is, Cat?
They're not learning basic
No,
fundamentals. I
Cat,
agree
no.
with you with that, but here's the thing is, Joker, bro, he learns advanced fundamentals, and I'm using him as an example because that's really the scale as far as big men go, bro. Like if you look at what like his capabilities and him as a passer, bro, really advances his game. Because the thing is, now he's moving without the ball, setting screens, down screens, hedges, dribble handoffs, things of that nature, bro. The center position is a lot more steep than it was in the 90s, where you could just be on the block and just get position, bro. And basically, all
Hold up,
right, yo,
hold up. So I'm gonna ask you this. Now, I don't know what era you're talking about because I know who you're talking about now. If you're telling me the center position, now if you're saying they do more, I can understand it. But
yeah,
don't
they do
tell me.
more. That's
But
that's all I'm saying.
okay,
They
but
do
don't
more.
say
They
it's more competitive or nothing because
No,
when
no,
you
I'm not. No, no, no,
okay,
no, 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 no. I would never fix my mouth to say that, bro. Like, no, not at all. Because if you look at like who you had to go against back in the '90s, there was somebody on every team that could defend, rebound, get money, bro. Like on the low block, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah,
don't get me wrong, they had all of
yeah.
that. But the thing is, they have the responsibilities that they have on the court nowadays is based on the fact that it's more spacing. The
Eh,
thing is, they was trying to get the Ben Wallaces and the Dennis Rodmans out of the
mhm,
game. That's what they
mhm,
was trying to get out of the
mhm.
game, and they were successful at doing that
Yeah.
because but now your center is your center today, Joel Joker, bro.
Mhm,
Just to name them two, they stepping away from the basket. They can shoot, they can put the ball on the floor,
mhm,
they can rebound, they can
mhm,
pass, they can drive from the
mhm.
3-point line. But the thing is, we want our centers to be mostly predominantly in the paint. We still want them to be mostly predominantly in the paint when
And
Joker and Joel
that's
is
how it
not
should be,
necessarily doing that.
inside out. Yes. But here's another thing I wanted to say because when they talk about Doncic, right? Now, because the reason, like I know some of you have heard him like downplay like NBA basketball and say, yo, it was tougher for me, when I played in Europe and everything. And like, even though he may be arrogant and everything, part of the reason I feel like he's not in shape, why they calling him Luka Vandross, part of the reason that he's not in shape is because I feel like he thinks, yo, look what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm freaking 20 pounds overweight, and I'm not even in shape. I could just do this shit all day. Now, when he gets really serious about winning, he'll come to camp in shape. He'll start to realize, yo, I can only take my team so far if I can't guard anyone, and if I tire out because I'm out of shape. And that's what I'm saying. The problem is that so many of these players, they have it so easy. Like LeBron was a physical specimen, right? And he has worked on his game. And he went down and trained with Hakeem, right, to get some low post moves. Because remember, the first freaking 5, 6, 7 years of LeBron's career, he had no fucking post game. All he ever wanted to do was face up people. And I'm like, yo, you 6'9" and stronger than everyone else, and you got no post game. But that's what I'm trying to say. They have to get back to a lot of those basics and fundamentals in order for the game. But the problem is they don't sell the game to this panel on here who might be basketball
They sell
purists
the
and
game to
people.
the new fans.
Exactly. They sell it to the people who only want to turn to the highlights, or only the people who want to play 2K. And that's what it is. It's not about that, because that's where the money is. The money is bigger, and the pie for the casual fans is bigger than it is for the purists. And
But
that's
you
why
but
the
you don't
game
think Luca learned that lesson this year with Boston? I mean, I would hope so about getting in shape. That nigga was the cone that
Well,
whole
I mean,
series.
LM, Boston's starting five could each drop 30 points. Not many teams had five players that could drop 30 points, so they kind of just outmatched them with talent.
Yeah, but I would think after that series, I don't want to lose weight after that shit.
I wouldn't necessarily say
Like,
that. Nah, I wouldn't even say that, bro. Dallas lost because they ain't have no shooters, bro. That's the only reason
No,
why they
and
lost.
Luca was
Yo, have
complaining
y'all
a
seen
lot. Luca was
Zion?
again his own worst enemy again when it matters
that's true
most.
too.
I'm
He
not looking at.
complains a lot.
I'm not
That is
getting caught in
true.
that Zion hype, man. The reason being is because Zion, bro, is one of the few players I defend, bro, like a whole lot in the NBA. Him and John Morant, I defend a lot. The reason being is because the NBA want to give the league to one of them niggas. It's clearly they want to give the league to
Zion
one of
gotta
them.
stay healthy for that though.
The
He's
thing
dropping
is,
weight. He's down to 72 apparently soon.
Yo,
He's gonna be down
he
there.
looks
He gotta
skinny,
stay healthy
yo.
for that though.
I
He
don't know what
do,
they gave
but
him, but he looked
I
like
don't
he on
know.
crack, yo. Like that,
Whoa. No.
that nigga got
He do
skinny.
look skinny though.
He
He
looked like a
definitely got
different
skinnier.
person.
I ain't gonna lie, he do look like he on some PCP or something, bro. I
Yeah,
ain't
I
gonna
I
don't
lie.
hope
know.
not,
He
man.
definitely
Hope
got
not.
skinnier.
That would be
But
devastating.
listen, to Lee's
Yo,
point, Zion, Luca, Wemby, Tate, whoever they look at once KD, Steph, and Braun,
They
them
want to
three
give the
headed
lead
niggas
to one of
retired, they
them,
want to
bro.
give the
Like they
lead to
want to
one
give
of
the
those
lead to
niggas,
either
bro.
Ant, Ja Morant, or Zion Williamson. One of them is gonna have to take up the mantle because the thing is, USA basketball in the next 4 years, who are we gonna have? What Cooper, Ace, and Dylan? That's it. Ant Man
Oh,
and
you talking
Tatum.
overall? Okay.
Ant Man,
Yeah,
Tatum,
I was going to put Wemby in
Halliburton.
that list, but the Olympics. If you talking about the Olympics, yeah, they want a new face because LeBron and who I think Ant gonna be that new face though. Leave if, after Braun retired 2028. You talking about in LA? I think Ant gonna be that
I
the
Well,
new
They,
face
they,
of
they,
LA,
they,
what?
no, no,
But
no, no. The thing
wait, I
is,
have a question.
they
What about
want Ant to be that new face, but the thing is, they want Ant to be as mature as LeBron is. They want Ant to learn how to deal with the media and deal with a lot of the pressure and a lot of the changes
But let
like
me ask you
LeBron did.
something. But let me ask you
fuck
something.
that shit, bro. Let that nigga be
Speaking of
him.
the Olympics,
Like,
you don't think that a lot of that had to do with, oh, we gotta cement these niggas' legacy. KD, LeBron,
Absolutely,
Steph had to get,
absolutely.
yeah,
and that's why
yeah,
I
they
do.
played the majority
Absolutely.
of the minutes. And it's like Tatum, they could have won with Tatum. They could have won with other people, but it's like, no, but that's not the narrative. They need to create this narrative that LeBron is the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
So
of
he's
course.
got
Yeah,
to get this gold.
of course they got to do that because the thing is,
right. But them niggas is also
there's too
above their
many
thirties
dollars
though.
involved. You got to realize when Nike is at the helm of most of this shit, and they tell Jalen Brown, yeah, you want Finals
Yes,
MVP, but you ain't playing on this team, bro. Guess
yes,
what? The end all be all for Nike is 9 times out of 10 in today's day and age is LeBron James.
yeah.
That's the end of that,
But
bro.
well,
When Nike is at the helm of the shit, bro, and they get to pick and choose, LeBron James, bro, gets final say so.
I'm
And
not
Ant
hold
Man ain't
on because I'm
Nike.
not disagreeing. I'm not gonna disagree with that because they all Steph is Under Armour, but they damn near is mostly Nike athletes on that team.
Not
So
Ant
I'm not
Man.
gonna sit here and be like that. Yeah, not Ant Man, but
the
what
reason
I'm
why
saying
Ant
is
Man,
But you
with
gotta look at
Steph,
all the
but with
other
Steph,
players that they promoted from Nike. Giannis, he played in Greece. He's on Nike. Ain't who what
Yeah.
they promoted
Wim
Wemby too. I think they
Wimby is
promoted
on Nike.
Wemby.
So the thing is, everybody, if you was smart enough and you was paying attention, you already knew from the start of this USA versus France was going to be the final game any damn way because they trying to see if they could pass the mantle to Wimby, bro, for somehow, some way before they pass it to Ant or anybody else because
But hold
Wimby is
on,
the
but lead
generational
to that,
talent.
right? But lead to that, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying whoever said it, they couldn't have won with Tatum. But realistically, Steph, KD, and Bron, them niggas, I'm not saying they made the league, but them niggas is at damn near generational at the top of their line. Yeah,
Definitely.
they want them niggas to be on the
No, no,
stage,
no.
like
Yeah,
being what
I
they are
understand that,
and
Ella.
having them have one last hurrah.
But see,
I
this is the
understand that, Ella, but
overkill.
the thing is, bro, like they just can't get the league can't move off of them because of the market
Exactly.
value that they bring. That's
Exactly.
why.
That's true. That's true.
Exactly. And that's
That's
why the
true.
overkill is there. And it's like we must get LeBron this gold. We must make sure that KD gets 4 medals. We gotta do this because this helps us sell our game. That's what it's all about. We gotta
yeah,
do this. Because they could have
But
won
to
with
be
Tatum.
fair, Steph brought that shit home.
Yeah,
Let's
Steph
keep it
Curry was
real.
He
out of his
did.
no,
He
no
Steph
did.
brought
mind,
matter
that
But
what,
shit
the
man.
all I'm
Olympic
home.
saying is,
sweatsuits is Nike. Like
you're right.
it's almost like cheating getting Steph in a Nike you know what I'm saying, Nike sweatsuit, Nike
If the Nike
uniform.
got Steph, that would be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
We
like
ain't
getting
gonna
Yo,
lie.
Steph
you
in a
know what it
Nike.
kind of
It's like
reminds
getting
me of?
Steph in a Nike
You know what
sweatsuit while he wearing Under Armours.
you know what it kind of
exactly.
reminds me of?
That's
Now
Word.
this is not
a win for
Whoa.
Nike.
You
okay,
guys
this
see
is
what
not
Star
the
Traffic's saying? He's saying Edwards is not a star of the future. Well, I don't know if you watched the playoffs,
He's
buddy. He
tripping.
kind of
He's the
showed it.
He
star right
gotta be
now.
trolling.
Yo,
I
this
mean,
you know what
how
this
many 22-year-olds you know that could beat Kevin Durant, Nikola Joker, Anthony Edwards?
Jonathan,
That's the
Jonathan,
list.
I
you know
mean,
what this
but
That's
but
the
always
list.
reminds me of?
let's not act like Ant-Man
But
didn't get humbled by Kyrie, bro. Like we ain't gonna
yeah,
do
No,
that.
no, no,
No,
no, no. Hold on,
yes,
hold
in
on.
that
No,
moment,
no,
yes.
Yo,
We're talking
no,
about
hold
no.
on.
before
Hold
that,
on, hold on,
though.
hold on. Let's not
Nah, them
deviate
niggas
from
got
that.
humbled by both of
Hold
them
on,
niggas.
hold on, hold on, hold on,
but I'm
hold on.
talking
Don't,
about face
no,
of the league
no,
stuff, right?
bro. So hold on. Exactly. Let's just keep it there. It's a good
All
conversation.
right, so now what
Key
I wanted to
star.
say
Hold
is, you
hold
know
on,
what?
hold on, hold
Go ahead,
on.
go ahead.
Key star of the future. Is Anthony Edwards a key star of the future? I'm gonna say yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely,
Hell
yes,
he's a key
yeah.
star. He is
but
a
it
key star
works.
in the future. But
I mean,
the
how many
problem
national
is
TV games the Timberwolves got this year? 27, 30? That's a
the
record for
problem
them.
is he's not the key star in the future, bro. They're still looking for the key star, and I think they need to deviate from that because once LeBron, Steph, and KD leave, we're gonna go in the same
Hmm.
phase that we was back in 1998 when Jordan left.
And you,
When it was
all right,
just a cast of
so
characters.
let me ask this, because to me, I feel like after Jordan left, they tried a little bit of Tim Duncan, but then they landed
I
on
think they
Shaq.
tried Kobe too a little
But
bit.
really landed on
They
Shaq,
tried
right? They really landed
no.
Nah,
on
it was
Shaq.
AI.
They didn't land on one person, bro.
No,
They
no, but
at first
here's what I'm
at
gonna
No,
first
say
they
Allen
about
tried
Shaq.
Iverson had it
they
for
tried
a
Iverson because
generation.
he was making the most money.
But
One mic,
here's
one
If
mic,
you go
y'all.
back,
One
if
mic,
you go
please,
back,
please, one mic.
all right. So
all
let
right,
me get
listen,
this
it's
in about Shaq though,
go ahead.
because Shaq, the way that he played, because he was different when he was on Orlando, right? He was young, he was athletic, he was running all over the place. But then when he got to LA, as Kobe started to develop, then he was like, "Yo, I don't have to be in shape all the time, not to beat these motherfuckers, right?" So what I'm saying was, then he started playing that same way where he lead with that elbow, bam, right, and just clear out and dunk on people, right, overwhelming people, right. But here's the thing: when he left after they had three-peat, and then he left, and then he wanted that way, but he needed, instead of Kobe bailing him out, because you can't rely on him in the fourth quarter because he can't hit free throws and stuff, right? And so Wade became his Kobe, right? After that, Shaq
Hmm.
played the same way on all those journeyman stops. Remember, he tried it with Cleveland, he tried it in Phoenix, he tried it in Boston. But you know what the refs did? They got the memo. Shaq is no longer the face. Now the face is someone else. And so they
Right.
started calling those as offensive fouls. They started, and he couldn't adjust because he had no other way of adjusting. That's what I'm saying.
That's a fact.
The
That
nigga had
That's
no.
what they
He
do.
had he
That's
have a
what they're
mid
gonna
range.
do.
He ain't have a jumper. He ain't have none of that shit. So he couldn't
That's
adjust.
what I felt was happening when I was in Boston watching KD and seeing, wow, Tatum is really getting his ass. They double teaming KD and he looking like an old fucking man. What's going on? And I'm saying they that looked like he's not getting the shit. He's not getting the foul calls and everything that he's really used to. And
They
and
were stripping them. They were stripping them in the
yeah, yeah.
backcourt.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, so the league decides. Sometimes they decide, well, this is the guy you're gonna let get away with calls. Because remember, there was a long time, like when Wade, when Wade ascended, right? He was definitely one of the best rookies. But when he started ascending, and then Shaq went there, it was like you couldn't breathe on Wade without him going to the line. This is before LeBron. You couldn't
Yeah,
breathe on
No,
him.
That's
It's
real.
true.
like,
That's
man,
true.
that's true.
it's like,
That's
man,
true.
everything's an and one for him. And that's what I'm
That's
I
saying.
true.
always felt
When the
like
refs
Dwayne Wade was an
decide
industry plant.
that's how it goes.
Well,
Not
that's
an
what they were
industry
doing with
plan.
Trey Young. Remember all the foul calls Young got? He was like the foul king at one point.
Yo, he was 6'4", dunking on bigs, like he was like a Euro, like he was Euro stepping to dunks. Like inside was his game. Like he wasn't really
Right.
much of a. I wouldn't say he was much
He
of a
couldn't shoot
shooter, but
threes.
yeah, like until much later in his career when he started, being more versatile. But he was a slasher. Like that's what he did. And I mean, for Shaq to land on that after Kobe, like
He
It
he
was a
watched
gift.
Allen Iverson. There was
yeah.
that generation that like all wanted to be Allen Iverson, Monte Ellis, Wade. You know that 6'4" shooting guard that goes to the basket fearlessly and will throw it on you. You know what I'm saying? Like that. There was an era for them.
I
It's
see
You
it
over.
don't
too.
y'all don't think that's in right now?
I see a little bit of that. I
and it's
see a
six
little bit of
six.
that game in VJ.
Yeah,
VJ too. I think that's Ant now. He's
VJ's
Ant
more
has the same
physical.
style of play.
And
BG's like
and
a
does
baby
too.
Ant Man, man. He really is.
And can shoot threes better than Dwayne Wade.
Definitely, he can.
Yeah, that's true. That's
He
true.
when it's all said and done, if he could win a couple, But
I
I
don't
keep
think he
telling you,
defends as well as Wade, though.
the,
Wait, who you talking? Who we talking about?
Oh yeah, you
Ant
talking about
Man.
and
shot blocking?
No, I'm
Wade
talking
was a
Ant,
about
shot blocker.
I'm
I
talking
think
about D'ing up guys. I think Wade was better.
yeah,
I
much.
think Wade was way
Yeah,
better.
Wade was better.
I think Ant is just scratching the surface of what he can do defensively because of his upside, and he has the athletic ability, but he doesn't shy away defensively, bro.
And
Like
He
he'll
showed in
pick
the
up the
playoffs a
he'll pick
bit.
up the challenge, but like picking up Kyrie, that was a little bit too much for him, bro.
and,
Clearly,
and and you and you know what
Well, he
part
was
of the
gassed
challenge is?
out,
You know
so
what
yeah.
part of the disadvantage for Ant is that Wade was more fundamentally sound because look, he stayed in college for 3 years. He got better coaching, and not like I said, it's not even some of these kids' fault that they come into the league at 18 and 19 and only playing AAU style ball, and even when they play one and done at their college, their coach is just like, yo, just go off. That'll get me some wins. It's like they not really interested in anything else, so that's a disadvantage for them that they're not really being exposed to coaching early.
Yeah, yeah. But yo, what is
A
that,
lot of
Joey
that is.
BK? What did Joey BK share? The link ain't clicking.
I think that's a wave. I'm
Is
not
he?
sure.
He just
Look
waving. He
like
just saying
hands.
what up.
What
Yeah.
up, Joey BK?
But look, yeah, when it comes to Brooklyn, I think we can all agree it is about time that we got somebody here who is realistically one of these, at least we hope to be one of these generational talents. Like, we look
Fox.
at Paulo. Paulo made an impact on Orlando in his second year, brought them to a fifth seed in his second year. Like, we need somebody here with Luca.
Uh huh.
Bro, only 1 year they lost with Dallas when he got drafted. Next
Hold
year,
on, LM,
on
LM.
immediate
Hold on, LM.
what?
Let me hold you right there. Who you think closer to Paolo, Cooper or Ace Berry?
Closer to
I would
Paolo?
say they don't got. I would say Ace, but realistically, they don't got
Nah, Cooper.
Paulo
Cooper.
size.
I'd say Cooper, man. Defensively,
Cooper.
Cooper.
Cooper is like
I don't
I
think
think
Paulo
Cooper
is.
and Paolo is
I
very
think
similar.
Cooper is more polished defensively than. I mean, yeah, I think Cooper is more polished defensively than Paulo though.
He's
I don't
not
think Paulo's a better
in the
defender
NBA.
than
He's not gonna
Cooper.
be able to play defense like that the way he does in high school. He's in the NBA. He's not gonna be able to have that kind of motor. He goes hard, like shit.
But
Like
Paulo to me is a mix between Melo and Blake Griffin. Like he's
Blake
yeah,
six
Griffin?
ten, he's
good
250.
good one.
Yeah,
Paulo has way
like
more
you really.
flexibility than Griffin does,
But
though. I
I'm
think.
talking about the athletic ability in terms of just jumping up and just catching a body. He's
He could
rare
do
because
that
he's
more, but he
6'10" and
doesn't.
got size. Right, like Ace and Cooper is not 6'10", 250. Like it's rare
Nah.
to find somebody like that who got 250 on him. That he bronze size and can ISO, can get to his
He's
spot, can shoot off the
Cooper
dribble, can shoot
taller
off the
though.
I
mid.
think he'll be better than
Like
Blake Griffin
Yeah.
I think yeah, obviously, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
But
because Blake Griffin, one of the
in terms
problems,
of Breezy was
even
just
one of the
asking
problems when we
who's
got Blake
comparable
Griffin,
to him
when we got Blake
between Ace
Griffin,
and Cooper Flag.
one
I
of the
think
No,
problems
yeah,
Ace
that we had
hold
with
on,
Blake
realistically.
Griffin.
LM. I was saying that to say because you said, and again, I think that was significant to say that in his second year he got Orlando to the fifth seed. We know he's the engine of that team. If it's a go-to situation, they're going to go to Paolo. So I'm saying that to say, yeah, who do you think better? And again, it's early to say. It's early predictions. We haven't even seen any of the college season being played. We can't. We don't have no content of the games
Exactly,
they
no
play in
content.
college to say that because we at minimum we can at least say Paolo did this in college. You know what I mean? So I
Exactly.
think I think I'm going to follow their careers this year. I'm going to follow Cooper Ace. I'm going to follow Dylan Harper. I'm gonna follow these guys.
But
But
even because it's funny, Breezy, that you say that because Paulo went to Duke, right? in Paulo at Duke, his score. I don't know how Cooper's going to perform, but even at Duke, you can see Paulo has more of a scoring prowess than Cooper does. Like
We gotta see.
it was
Hold on. We
definitely
gotta see. So hold on. What was just for the people that don't know? What was his PPG in Duke? Paulo.
he averaged 20.
Okay. Do you
It was
think
around
Cooper got
20.
average 20? Do you think
I
Cooper got average 20?
I don't think he will, but we'll
I don't
see.
think he's gonna average 20. I think he's gonna be an all around guy. I think he might get like 17, 18. I don't
Nah,
think it's
Cooper's
gonna be
going for
around the
20
20
plus,
range.
man. I think Cooper's going for 20 plus, man. He ain't going for 17. This
Okay.
guy wants to be
He
number
don't
one.
give, but the only reason
This
why I
guy's
say that,
getting that
John, is
ticket scratch up, man.
he doesn't give me like scoring mentality. I'm
No,
getting the
he's got
buckets type.
spurts
He
though,
gives me all
LM.
around
If
vibes.
you watch his practice videos or tape on him, he has a jump shot. He's got to. It's just consistency. Consistency is his name of the game he needs to work on,
No, he
and I
got a
hope we see
jumper.
it.
I'm not saying that. It's just Cooper gives me all around vibes. Like he's the thing with Paulo that I feel like Paulo is more polished at now is Paulo is learning more to be more of a playmaker as opposed to Cooper who already has that sort of mindset or ability already.
Oh,
I
I
don't
see you
think
on that.
Cooper's
I'm with
gonna
you
be
on that.
taking all the shots. Like, yo, give me the shot and I'm gonna just chuck up a shot. No, he's
Right.
gonna get teammates involved. He's gonna play team defense. He's gonna do everything. It's not just gonna be him
Yeah.
scoring.
But see,
Now
that's
that
why
So
I
being
think.
I feel like that's why I think he might not average 20.
and
It
that
don't mean
being
he's not gonna do
said,
it in the league, but
that being
I don't
said,
think that's gonna
if
be
you
his
asked
push
me,
to win.
if you asked me what type of player would I rather have, it would be Apollo because that's what I'm trying to say. Like what just what you said about him on Orlando. Everybody in the building knows. Okay, you're down a bucket. Everybody
Hmm.
knows he's getting the ball, and then the other team is how are you going to stop him? That's the type of generational player that I want. Not an all around
Right.
good guy like Cooper, but I want a guy who is undeniably unstoppable when he has to be.
when he's on. Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
think
and
I
again, you
think
gotta
Paulo
realize.
proved that.
So hold on. Let me ask y'all this because y'all know how I feel about Cam Thompson, and I'm about to close out. We 2 hours in. I'm gonna probably be back later. But I want to close out with this, and I'll probably start with this next stream. And we gonna go around the panel, then we can dip. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna end it. Shout out to everybody. Who could be a better scorer than Cam Thomas out of this next draft? A better scorer. Like he's the go-to guy. I mean, Cam Thomas gonna be our go-to guy next season. Which one of them do you think is a better shot creator than Cam Thomas? Even VJ Edgecombe, anybody, any of them.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie.
it's hard to tell.
That's hard. I'm not
That's
even
a
gonna
hard
hold you.
question. I think
That's a very
Edgecombe
hard issue.
might be a scorer. I mean, Ace reminds me he might just be around that 20 mark. But see, the thing about Ace, I know he can score on all three levels. So
Right.
I don't know if he really, you know,
I think Ace got Cam's earlier problems with his shot selection.
right.
Cam doesn't really chuck up shots like he used to, but you will have to say Ace, but I mean this is to be seen. Cam right now has the better scoring prowess, I think.
I
Um,
like that guy, DeBonster. I think he's going to be a scorer.
He's a
yeah,
scorer.
but he's not gonna be in this draft
He,
though. He's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's like, and that's a
2026.
question that I had before. Since he already graduated high school, are we sure he's not going to join a college team in mid-season and then come up for the draft?
nah, he can't. He's still
No, I don't think he
Can
he's
because
can.
still
he's
not eligible.
classified. He
He's still
graduated high
Yeah, I
school.
don't think he's eligible yet. I don't think he's eligible for that.
Well, not until
He's
he
going.
enters college.
yeah.
Yeah,
I I
I don't
think
think he's eligible.
he's gonna go to 2026. His best. He'll be the undoubted number one overall, no question. Um, but the thing for me is the Nets can dream. We in play for that dude, and if
Yeah.
we don't get him, you get one of the Boozer twins.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They got another kid. I forgot his name. It's another kid with an African name. Shit, yo,
You
all I
got
do.
Caleb Wilson in that draft. You got a lot of people in there
So
that's gonna be interesting.
To answer Breezy's question, is there anyone that you think could be a more natural scorer than Cam that's in the draft.
Yeah.
Not in the
Uh,
2025, in the 2026.
Okay,
the
that's
only
tough.
I don't know if we draft him, but the only person I would say is Isaiah Evans. But I don't think Isaiah Evans can score like him. But he damn near close. He's gonna be playing with Cooper this year on Duke. So
Right, because I'm saying that in the context. Yeah, we in rebuild mode, but a lot of rebuild teams ain't got a scorer like Cam Thomas.
Sure
Like,
enough, don't.
you know what I mean? So we a
yeah,
special, like it's an asterisk next to the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
when teams go on rebuild mode, they usually don't have a player like Cam Thomas, bro.
Yeah, they
I
Like,
mean,
usually
look, they
don't.
got him on
Well,
he on
sometimes
Slam.
they
You
do.
know what I'm saying?
Sometimes they
Like he
do.
everywhere now.
yeah, no,
Sometimes they do.
sometimes they do. Sometimes they do.
You
Because
see
I'm
the
saying
beauty
Um,
of playing in Brooklyn.
a lot of
If he
times,
was on
guys.
any other, if he was in any one of these other small markets, he's not on the cover of Slam.
Yeah.
That's
Like
true.
that's
I
that's
think so.
that's the beauty of playing in Brooklyn. If the Nets were in Jersey, he's not on the cover of Slam.
Yeah.
But that's the perks of playing in the biggest market in the world.
no, that's a fact. And I read that interview. I'll close out after let you know what he said in the interview. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't have the interview right in front of me, but the interview was Slam Magazine and Cam Thomas, and went to the effect of them asking him questions about improving his game. He said he want to score 25 or more points. And he just want to work on his playmaking. He ain't really say nothing about defense. Keep it all the way real with you. That is in the word. I'm just keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying? And then also he was talking about leadership in that too, with the playmaking and leadership. And he just he in a professional way he discusses how he got a chip on his shoulder because everybody pretty much let him slide to 27. You know what I mean? Like all these 26 teams didn't see me and let me get to 27, and he gotta so the draft that he's in. He got everybody that Jalen Green, Katie Cunningham, whoever it is, he got a vendetta versus them, bro. And he's what he wants to prove that he's one of the best players out of that draft. And we did a redraft, and we could see that he definitely was better than the 27th pick. But the Slam magazine is a dope interview. When I got it in front of me, I'll actually read it. But yeah, man, I want to say shout out to PT, shout to LM, shout to Cap, and I want to say, yo, I'm glad LM and Cap is on a panel at the same time. For a long time, I thought Cap was LM. Remember Jay? Yo, Jay, yo, Jay.
That's crazy.
Jay just left. Damn, man.
Yo, you know what's
But
going to be Cam's challenge? Cam's challenge is going to be, like I said, because what's the name is gone, Bridges is gone. It's a lot, and even though he was better than Bridges at scoring, it's
Nah,
going to
you
be
did tell me
harder
that.
for him now. It's going to be harder for him now if defenses are keying on him.
nah, I really think again, when
That
you
double
listen
teams is
to,
gonna be
hold
coming
on.
for real.
Hold on. When
Pause.
you listen to post game interviews, he talk about adjusting to the double team. He talk about adjusting to the defense's trap or double team. He discusses this. He understands that they're gonna throw it at him different ways. And case in point is if that we cohesive as a team, we know that the trap is coming. Then we know how to avoid the trap or prevent the trap. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I'm saying that to say. I'm not talking about his gameplay because I did, but I'm talking about his post game interviews. So
Yeah.
because I don't and I want y'all to know the reason why I favor Cam Thomas is not only because him as a player and his athleticism, because I don't think he's the most athletic player. I like him because of his IQ. I think he's a smart basketball player.
I think so too.
Um, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say I'm gonna bring back with more content soon.
All right.
But I wanted to say shout out to Scott, LM, and Cap on the panel at the same time. It's good to see
Thank
y'all
you,
both
brother. Thank you.
both of y'all here together. And Cap wanted to get into some more shit. We was gonna start the show together the other day. We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna reach out to Cap. We're gonna do something soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, shout out to all y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. We're
Thank
gonna be
you.
back soon with more content, man. See y'all later.
All
Peace.
right, later. Peace.
Peace
All right,
out.
everyone.